comics, for entertainment, for news,
foodies watching movies,
adulting 80s,
Podcastrophe, the voice of survival,
kids for sale, Gallif Radio,
Brews with Dudes, Journey into Wrestling, Journey into Comics Network, JourneyIntoComics.com. The following Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics,
Journey into Comics Network Production. Heritage.
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Dick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Dick. This is Podcastrophe episode 56. I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
Back on the casting couch.
Always. Yeah, that chair we got for you didn't quite work out for you. Very well.
It was alright.
Thanks, AJ.
This is just so much more comfortable.
Thanks, AJ. You piece of shit. You sold me a defective chair.
He's probably doing butt stuff right now. Leave him alone.
Probably. So, first off, I got a couple... Before we get into our guest, Mr. Jack Rose.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Before we get to you, I have some stories from the Sub of Rue.
Oh, the place that we shall not name.
Yeah.
Wait, are we post Panda now?
Yeah, we're post Panda now.
Oh, so
She's gone.
We're post Panda, so we can say whatever the fuck we want now.
That was one of the three things, and actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's literally all my topics for today.
Okay. All right.
So, first off, Panda's gone.
Little backstory for Jack, so he knows what the fuck Panda is.
So the last time I explained this, I almost got in a lot of trouble, possibly.
I warned you.
Because the Panda actually saw this.
I warned you.
Boy.
But she doesn't work there
about it.
anymore, so I don't give a fuck. Did she unfriend you?
I don't know. Let me look. I'm on Facebook right now.
Because if she unfriended you, then I really don't give a fuck. She ain't gonna watch this.
Yep, she unfriended me.
Cool. So
Fuck yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I'll pull it up.
So the panda, if you know anything about animals, has been extinct, or not extinct, but endangered.
Yeah. And they deserve to be. They won't. I mean, you
Thank
can't make them fuck.
Thank you so much. He gets it. He gets it, folks.
That's the Panda.
Much like the panda, this lady, this thing, it just cannot accept death. Like, life keeps throwing hardballs her way, and life finds a way, as Ian Malcolm so boldly stated, and she's allergic to air. She has asthma attacks like every 3 minutes, and it's just, she tripped and fell, and she kept hitting her head. And when we drilling fucking hatch jigs into the cars, fucking rust and ED would fall into her mouth, and she didn't understand like what was going on. So we're like, dude, close your mouth when you're doing that. So this is her when because she has to focus real hard. She would hold her breath.
Or stick her tongue out.
Or stick
her tongue out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slip and fall outside the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, I actually work there too for the conveyor people.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. I've seen the job you're talking about.
Oh
though.
yeah, oh my god, it's just bad. I don't know how she survived those first couple weeks there, let alone almost a year.
Well, it's a workplace that caters to attendance more so.
Yeah. It's definitely gone downhill in terms of like the hiring process.
Especially now they've got direct hire again.
Oh joy.
Oh, they got
You didn't
rid of
know that?
The manpower or whatever it was.
Well, they
I did
didn't
not
get
know
rid
that.
of it, just temporarily. I think the last time they did it was 2016. But
Yeah,
they'll hire somebody off the street now.
So yeah, that's my first point, was that she's gone. Her last day was supposed to be Saturday,
Okay.
but Saturday production got canceled, so her last day was Friday, and we didn't get to give her the big hurrah.
Were you actually going to give her a big
Oh yeah,
hurrah?
Mike was gonna bring in his Oreo and cream pie. We were gonna have a big carry-in of just sweets. hopefully throw her into a diabetic coma. We've tried all sorts of things.
The malicious gift giving.
She would ask me questions like while we were working, and she'd be like losing your weight questions, and like she kept getting bigger and bigger, and she would like, hey, I'm trying to. This is how she talked, by the way, like legit. I'm trying to lose weight. Have you ever? Do you know anything about Hydroxycut? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a cop out, and it works for some people, and others it's just really bad for them. I don't like it.
That killed a few people back in the
Possibly.
90s. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Hey, Blaine. Did you know there's at Blaine Street in Rensselaer?
Oh my god. Oh, that's a story I haven't told for a while. So, my very first conversation with this bitch. She's like, we're working side by side. I'm not saying a word because I just don't want it.
She's a repulsive human being.
Yes. And so she just tries to strike up a conversation. She's like, you know, there's a Blaine Street in Rensselaer.
It's even spelled the same.
I say, cool, Tiffany.
There is nothing that can irritate me quicker than somebody which I've been guilty of this, so maybe, I should, pull the log out of my own eye or whatever, but somebody who has nothing to say.
Just starts pulling shit out of their ass.
Just decides to talk anyway.
Oh, it gets better. The story is not over. So a car or two goes by, and she decides to say something else. She goes, it's spelled exactly the way you spell your name. That's great, Tiffany. Another car goes by. My sister lives over by there. Awesome.
I'm in pain already.
Another car goes by.
This happened every day.
Frustrating.
This happened
Oh, yeah.
every day, so you have no
Another
idea.
car goes by, and she goes, she's like, yeah, my nieces and nephews live there too. I'd have more nieces and nephews, but my sister got 6 abortions.
Oh, God.
And that's
no.
when my attention was on her. I was like,
Oh,
what?
No. One day, her and I were working together. When I worked there, I had to work with her a lot.
This is roughly around the same time.
It was shortly before
Oh,
the story that I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
The penis story.
Oh, yeah, that was roughly around the same time as mine.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
So, her and I are working together, and she always did the same thing to me, but she wouldn't stop. Like, with him, she would eventually give up.
Yeah, she was very aware I did not like her.
Yeah.
She even asked, like, why does he hate me? Does he not like me? And, like, people would, like, try to sugarcoat him. He's like, he's just that way with everybody. And I'm like, no, I don't like her. But I have a superiority complex sometimes.
So she looks over at me and actually stops working and has to, like, catch back up to the car that we're on, and she goes, I went to one of them pure romance parties this weekend.
Oh, God.
And I said, yeah, that's cool. Those can be fun. And I just went back to what I was doing, and then next car, I bought a penis! And she's just looking at me, and I said, what? I bought a penis! I bought a big dildo!
Oh, God.
And then I proceeded to lay down in front of the car and just let it run me over. I wish that's what I could have done. But yeah, she did that shit to me all the time. She would tell the weird shit to everybody else, but the weirdest shit she would only tell me.
And how long had she known you?
6 months at that time.
Okay. Well, it sounded like with him, she kind of let off with the really crazy stuff. I mean, going back to the 6 abortions thing, I mean, just imagine being her sister and knowing that, like, your sister's out telling everybody you're a serial killer, you know? It's just like...
At what point does it become serial?
This is...
Like, okay, because there's
3.
Like... Okay,
That's the
3?
legal definition is 3. Yeah,
Okay.
3 that are the same pattern.
I mean, because I've heard of, like double, like, obviously there's double homicide, but, like, there's, like, manslaughter. There's, like, certain degrees of manslaughter, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so confusing. Like, what am I about to do?
I bought a penis!
I was just talking to my girlfriend this week about how I do not have a long friends list, and I told her a lot of the reason I'm not friendly with people or I don't, like, develop friendships is because my biggest fear is introducing more crazy people into my life, because there's people out there that look for the really nice ones who are nice to everybody, won't talk to anybody, and latch onto them. And then all of a sudden you have to listen to all that shit, and it's just... At this point in my life, I've just, when somebody starts talking to me too much, I just call them the wrong name and move on with my life.
Right.
Just that's my defense.
Well, and our species is pathetic, so...
Yeah, evolution is, or natural selection is all but disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like we've advanced so much that we just can't eliminate ourselves in terms of it naturally happening, like some stupid shit happens, because then that person who has the stupid shit, the possible fatal stupid shit, good episode title, fatal stupid shit.
I like the one that you've got on there right now.
Yeah, left-handed handshakes are dumb.
Oh yeah,
We'll get to that in a second. But like fatal stupid shit happens to stupid people, and stupider people take those stupid people to a hospital, and then they get fixed, and it's like, all right, be free. And then we get people like Tiffany still walking around. She used to be a CNA. She was responsible for people.
Oh God.
I've like I'm to the last couple weeks has like I've kind of been taking like an extra hard look at myself, because I'm at this point right now where I almost feel that natural selection needs to step in and, you know, snuff my candle out.
Why?
Well, I got home from work today, and I walked into my kitchen. I argued with Old National Bank, and then I was standing in the kitchen.
The
and
whole bank.
And then I was like,
Fuck you. Just
Yes.
teller by teller.
I was very mean to the customer service lady. I'm just like standing in the kitchen, and I was like, I'm gonna get some ice cream. And I fucking waddle over to my freezer, and I open it, and I get this tub of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Did you waddle or bebop?
I waddled today.
Okay.
The last couple weeks I've been in waddle mode.
Gotcha. So is Joe.
So don't you ever put that evil on me again. But so I fucking load this bowl up with mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I was like, you know what would be great on this? Fucking M&Ms. So I fucking waddled over to the pantry, and I grabbed 2 packages of M&Ms, and I fucking dumped M&Ms all over my mint chocolate chip ice cream. And anybody that has known me for an extended period of time and like sees me on a day-to-day basis, I am very knowledgeable when it comes to fitness and like health or metabolic health, all kinds of shit, and I am not the fucking example of any of the shit
Yeah.
that I know a lot about.
It's really hard to take you seriously about it at all, but you sound so credible.
Because I am credible. At one time, I was not this. So as I, like, 3 bites into my fucking ice cream and M&M's concoctions, I just looked up and looked out the window, and it's like, Mother of God. I've become that which I hate the most. And then I finished all of it.
I think I'm where you're at. Whereas for the past like 3 days, the first thing I've eaten has been a Reese's pumpkin.
Fuck yeah! God, the Reese's pumpkins and the Reese's fucking Easter eggs get me every year.
Like my big issue has actually been undereating, because I for one, I take Adderall, so like, you know, you got to manage your diet a little bit better when you take it. And then 2, like I since I've been under eating, I've convinced myself that like, well, at least I'm eating something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, a little bit of candy is no problem. And then going back to we talking about with natural selection needing to take hold, I did find myself getting pissed off that I had a melted Reese's pumpkin today. Like I opened it, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Because it was all melted. Like I felt ripped off and angry. And I'm just
Did you lick it out of the wrapper? You know you fucking did.
I scraped it with a plastic fork. I'm
Yes.
not a man, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was just thinking like I have ancestors that like used to like jump on the backs of a gazelle and cut their throats with a rock, and I'm just over here just like struggling with my Reese's pumpkin wrapper, just scraping out the. And I have more Reese's pumpkins. I didn't want to waste this one though, and I'm just like,
Right.
God,
I'm so
like,
glad you brought up your ancestors in
Yeah,
Africa.
It's like I used to have real problems in my bloodline.
Well, think about
They
it.
had real shit.
Some of us are descended from Spartans.
Yeah.
Literally the most dominant military force, fucking the definition of warfare and just everything. We're descended from that. He's scraping fucking melted Reese's pumpkins out of the wrapper, and I'm putting M&Ms on a giant bowl of ice cream.
In an angry fashion,
Yes.
too. Just like I'm
Oh, yeah,
pissed
yeah.
that I have to do this.
And I host a podcast.
That's pretty cool.
That's
yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
So, do you have more panda story?
I don't have any more panda story. Although I did joke and say, like, you know, she's dumb enough, like, she probably, like, well, Saturday was canceled, so I guess I still have 1 day left and come in on Monday.
Oh,
But she didn't.
I wish she would have done that to you.
I wish she would have too. I would have fucking laughed my ass off, but she didn't, and it was a peaceful day. It was a quiet day.
If I might ask a question, how do Subaru employees feel about the people there doing like industrial work around like the construction workers and stuff? We have a lot of rules about how we're like allowed to interact with them, mainly that we're not allowed to. And if we look at anybody for
like for when we do fire watch, for example, we are not allowed to interact, and we are like, in terms of like, we can say like, oh hey, and shoot the shit as long as it doesn't interfere. But if you were to ask me for help, like, oh hey, can you get me that, like, even if something as small as, hey, can you get me that wrench or some shit, we cannot.
Yeah.
Hands off.
We're not supposed to ask you for anything. We're also, I do love to mention this as often as possible. We have a 3-second rule for leering because of the females.
Oh my God.
Subaru. It's strictly a female rule. Like, yeah, if you look for more than 3, they give us a 3-second count. And you get escorted out if anyone catches you, going over 3 seconds. But on top of that, it's like the guys that, like, make sure they are at 2.99 seconds constantly. And I'm just, like, sitting there working with them, and and they notice us doing this, too. And I'm just, I feel bad for you guys having to deal with a lot of people
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we have
I've never heard of that.
Rule.
That's crazy.
It used to be 6 seconds, but
somebody fucked that up.
Yeah. I just wish they would say don't look at anybody. It'd be a lot more reasonable.
Somebody got to 6 seconds and decided, I'm going in.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe got raped.
Yeah, then few women get raped, and all of a sudden there's this new rule imposed upon us.
Wait, was it within the last 6 months, or was it 30 years ago? Oh,
yeah.
Not too soon for me.
Yeah.
Fuck you, government. And all you rapey people.
I'm not sure which side of the Kavanaugh stuff you're on.
Oh, I'm going to bring that up here in a little bit.
So before okay.
I'm going to bring the Kavanaugh stuff up here in a little bit.
Loading my opinions.
I do have 2 more stories that involve the Subaru.
Oh, I want to talk about this 3-second rule for a second.
Yeah, let's...
If I was an iron worker at Subaru, day 1, I would have been escorted out. Day 1. Like, all right, you guys have got your safety video done. Go to work. And I would have been like, fuck, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because so when I was going through the orientation shit, we walked around trim shop a lot, and there was more than once that I literally just stopped. And someone had to come back and get me. So, I'm fucking married, and I'm a dad now, and that's what happens. I have evolved into something that I never thought I would be.
Yeah, that repression is just like, ooh.
What? What?
And also, dudes are not protected by this rule. We're allowed to stare at men as much.
Yeah, I never
as we
said
want.
I would be staring at women.
Yeah.
And I feel violated.
You should.
I
I bought a penis. How do you think I felt, you son of a bitch? That happened to me.
So today at lunch, we're sitting there at our table, normal spots. You know how we
Who took my spot?
No one really.
Oh.
It's just me, Brandon. We have our spots, and then everybody just finds a place when they get there.
So I'm like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I'm that POW chair at all the sporting events in the United States. The chair that's always open.
Sometimes somebody sits there.
Don't fucking ruin what I just said.
Nobody ever
Make
sits
me
there.
feel good about myself for once.
Let's be real here.
Do you deserve it? Do
you deserve this?
Do you deserve self-esteem?
No. I haven't had self-esteem since I was a boy.
So we're sitting there, as usual, like we do every day. And then at the end of the table, a guy sits down. An older gentleman, not wearing any...
Pants.
Any uniform.
Okay.
Of sorts. Maybe he was. I don't know what the shirt said.
So you can't confirm that he was wearing pants?
No.
Okay.
Table was in the way.
All right.
So he just sits down, pulls out something to read. What I can't remember what it was. If it was like just a newspaper.
The Joy of Sex by...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kama Sutra,
Yeah.
or The Art of War.
Normal stuff.
And he just starts whistling to himself.
Oh, what a horrible person.
It was actually really good. It was really good, like, honestly, like, Grammy nominee whistling.
Okay.
Like, it was strong.
Is this like as good as yodeling Walmart kid quality, or is this better than that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's both.
Yes. Also yes.
So it's like, it's really strong whistling, but it was also like really beautiful. Like, it was very pretty whistling.
That would make
You
it
know?
even more aggravating.
I was, and
agree
I
with
look
you.
over. I
I would want to burn this
He
guy's
thinks
house
he's
down.
fucking special.
I would want to burn that guy's house down with his
He
family
starts-
inside of it.
He starts whistling, and I notice it, and I'm just like, I look over, I'm like, this motherfucker's whistling, just to himself. Like, does he not see us here? Like,
He's having a good fucking
yeah,
day.
no, he is in the zone. Like,
Sometimes
good for
I call
him.
that bebopping.
and he's just whistling, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like looking around, waiting for like woodland critters to fucking pop up and start listening to him.
Bring him some food.
No, it was pretty. It was really pretty whistling. And then
Please stop.
I started looking up at like Brandon, Joe, a couple other people, and
Believe this shit?
I started looking at them to see if they noticed. They're not paying attention at all. They're just they're doing their own thing. And then out of nowhere, I see Brandon go. And then shortly after that, Joe goes, "What the fuck? I thought that was the TV." and so we're just like, I'm just like dying laughing, like hiding my face from this guy, but also laughing, so they can see that I'm laughing. And then I look over at Cliff, this big old ginger.
He looks like a giant orangutan.
Yeah, hairless orangutan.
Well, he's very hairy.
Yeah,
So
well,
not necessarily hairless,
Like Donald Trump.
yeah.
Topical.
but an orangutan.
Topical.
Topical humor.
And I look over at him, and he's going, like, soloing to the fucking
To the
whistling.
whistle.
What an awesome guy. I'm glad somebody made fun of him.
Cliff's a badass dude.
This dude deserves to be punished for daring show his talents in public. I would
How
fucking
dare
hate-
you, sir?
Oh, it's
It
like that
was-
son of a.
It was honestly the highlight of my day.
That's pathetic.
I love that.
It was really good whistling.
Hand me another beer.
I'm too
really
much of a
excellent
cynic to
whistling.
appreciate human talent. Like, it's like when I see somebody like, you know, in downtown any like painting in public or something like that. And I just want to come up and just like tear that painting to shreds right in front of them. Just like, just stop trying to introduce beauty to this world. It's not working.
The world is not worthy.
I don't feel
Tyler,
better.
I want you to know, I'm giving you this beer not because you told me to give you. You commanded it. I'm telling you, I'm giving you this beer because I believe you need a beer.
Okay. You can put it back in the refrigerator if you want. I can get up and get it.
No,
Okay.
I'm giving it to you.
Hand it to
because
me.
I'm a good person.
That's subjective.
I had a similar experience at Jimmy John's.
I forgot.
This guy-
I forgot that you worked at Jimmy John's.
I spent 4 years there. This is really like it's now that whenever I go back, you know, I spent 4 years there, so I just judge the shit out of everything about every Jimmy John's I go to now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it. I'm sure you have the same thing happen when you go to a Penn Station.
Yep.
You're like, "Pff, what a bunch of fucking amateurs.
Yep. What
Monocles.
a fucking bunch
You
of
call
strokes.
this fresh cut? My God.
I'm the same with monocles, yeah.
But yeah, this kid, he's probably like 17, still full of happiness. He doesn't look like he's been crushed into a hardcore cynic yet by life. And he's taking my order because there's nobody at the register. He just, he throws the gloves on, he's just feeling great about
He's
himself.
fucking doing it.
And he starts drumming with the knife as he's taking my order, doing a good job, and I'm just sitting there getting more and more upset. It's a problem. Like, I'm just like getting so aggravated by him. I'm just like, I hope that blade snaps and hits right in the eye, buddy. I'm just like, stop showing your talents to the world. Like, there's no beauty.
It's amazing how many times I do that on a weekly basis.
Just judge the shit.
I mean, that's one of my biggest faults as a human being. I am extremely fucking judgmental, and it's always the littlest shit that fucking sets me off. It is the teeniest shit. Like, why is that motherfucker smiling at me?
What's so fucking happening?
How fucking dare you?
That happened. Okay, in the locker room, leaving. I take my paint suit off, getting ready to go. Cameron goes to the bathroom. Out of nowhere, some giant bald man. He's not like, he's just tall. He's not like big. He's just tall. He comes through, looks at me, and goes on and starts talking to somebody. And he goes, well, he's not here. It's something. I'm like, okay. So I go off to the side, I wait for Cameron. Cameron goes, have you ever been so pissed off at someone smiling at you? And I'm
get it.
I'm like, that's weird that he said that. And then he starts explaining. He's like, I was taking a piss. I was taking a piss. And this guy fucking comes up and just looks me right in the face and smiles. He has a lisp.
He has a very strong
like,
accent.
I was like, I swear to God, that just fucking happened to me.
I,
Bald guy, he's like, yep.
This past week, I had another wedges creation. I shit on another young mind at the lunch table for the exact same thing that created Cameron. Except this time it was pickled eggs instead of potato wedges.
Ah.
So, long story short, the kid that he's talking about, right after he started working at Subaru, was staring at my food and then asked me for my food before I was finished with it. Oh. And I fucking lit him up.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I fucking lit him up.
Yeah, you did.
And then, after that, I took him under my wing, and now on a weekly basis, I shit down his neck because he doesn't have a father, so it's my job to make him not a piece of shit. But he's still a piece of shit, so I just keep grinding his dick into the dirt more and more.
Done that for me.
But this new kid that we have at the shop where I work asked. So Monday, a guy that I work with gave him a pickled egg because he'd never had a pickled egg before. The next day, this guy cracks open his jar of pickled eggs that he makes at fucking home on his free time, and he's fucking grabbing an egg out of there. He fucking eats it, grabs another egg, doing his thing. And this kid is at the other end of the table, just staring at him, watching him eat those eggs. And I'm eating
Cameron did that.
I'm eating my lunch, and I'm like, my blood is starting to boil. I know what's gonna fucking come next.
The cycle must end.
And he, like, as soon as he opened his mouth, I just fucking snapped. He goes, hey, can I have one of your eggs? And I just fucking lit him up. The same way that I lit Cameron up. Don't fucking ask people for food. Do not beg for food. You're not a fucking dog at the dinner table. I mean, fuck, man. Go to the fucking grocery store, spend $1 on a fucking can of corn. If you're that hungry, find something to eat.
You can also pickle his own eggs.
Yes!
Asshole.
Fuck!
Asshole.
Yeah, what a terrible, terrible person.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic
No,
or not.
I'm not. I'm just like, I'm getting angry picturing a kid staring at me while I'm eating my pickled eggs
no, seriously,
that I
It
made.
was like this.
Just waiting for the guy to notice and offer him one.
Yes, just waiting for the guy to say, do you want one of these eggs? Like, okay, I get it, like, he brings the jar of pickled eggs out, like, hey man, do you mind if I have another one of those eggs? Those were really good. You did a really good job pickling those eggs. It makes me want to have another one. Like, fucking pump the guy's numbers up a little bit to convince him to give you a fucking egg. But no, he fucking stared at him for 5 minutes, barely blinking, like, I'm gonna get me one of those fucking eggs. I'm gonna fucking get me one of those eggs. Like he fucking walks in the room. Y'all got any lamps in here? Like, that's the moth lamp meme.
Oh, I am in love with those memes right now.
Y'all got any lamps in here? Travis and Andy were in a meme group, and there's somebody sent one today that was like 7 black dudes with the moth head. And it was like a teeny tiny white girl with the light bulb for the head.
Oh.
And there goes my future political career.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
I'm uncomfortable.
How do you think she felt?
Full.
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah, fuck it. Just leave people alone, man. Don't beg for food. This isn't Africa. It's fucking America.
I moved really far away from everyone I know.
I thought you were going to say Africa.
I moved very far away from Africa, and good choice so far, but no, really,
Less AIDS.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about Ebola now.
It's Richmond, Indiana, so the amount of AIDS is probably roughly similar to your average African war zone. So I don't know,
but is the amount of child soldiers the same?
Coney 2012.
Oh, God, I shit on that fucking campaign so hard.
There's nothing fucking worse to me. No, there's a lot of things that are worse than other things, but everything's worse than everything else. Like that's the cynicism runs deep. But since Facebook is a large part of my interaction, since I don't know anybody in Richmond, I just have to experience them through like Richmond garage sale pages and stuff, which I joined. I joined just to get mad. I joined them just to fuel my hatred.
Oh shit!
So like seeing people like there's a page for it's called Richmond Speak Out where people go on there and complain about stuff and just seeing the kinds of people in their broken English like complaining about nobody donated to my GoFundMe to go on my trip to New Orleans. It's just like I thought that moving away from Lafayette would help me like deal with like the stupidity of people I know, but now it's just stupidity of strangers.
It gets better if you get out of the Midwest.
That's what people tell me, man.
It does.
Like,
I have been trying to convince my wife to move out of this fucking place for almost 10 years now, and she won't do it. And it's like every year I see more and more dumb fucking people immigrate to this shithole of a state.
The new trend on Facebook is these free pages. They're
Oh,
no
yeah.
longer selling stuff. They ask for you post something, you say you can have this, but I just see people get on there and like, can you deliver it to my house? And it's like, oh, can you paint it or something like that? It's just or they get on there and ask for things like somebody today was asking for a Doppler for an infant. And I'm just like, I'm sure that's hundreds of dollars, right? Am I crazy? I mean, you have kids, you understand. Like, okay, so this community, ravaged by heroin, is now full of people that are constantly asking for the most unreasonable free things in the world. And I'm getting on there. I've been banned from every page because I said the F word.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what'll
boy.
get you banned, but not like...
Lordy, you sinner.
How dare you say fun?
Oh.
Yeah, very hard to troll them, too. These people, like, they're too dumb to
I just
troll.
don't get.
Yeah, they think it's serious. I got in trouble in Lafayette for advertising my neighbor's dog on a garage sale page. I said, I swear to God, I had a detective. I had to talk to a detective about it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they were going to come pick me up in Indy for it. And Richmond, I do the same exact thing, and everybody just makes offers on the dog. Yeah, it's not funny. Yeah,
That's
nobody's mad.
pathetic.
Yeah, they're just, yeah.
You're blending into the couch so well. You're just a floating head
Yes.
and hands.
Yeah, yep. Good color
You're
choice.
fucking Andros.
Oh.
Hey, okay, I think, yeah, great reference.
Hell yeah. It's only my favorite N64 game.
Yeah, back when video games were good.
Worth a damn. No story, but worth a damn.
Star Fox had a beautiful story.
Beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were fighting a giant monkey.
Yeah. You were fucking avenging the death of your father, who died for the fucking benefit of Corneria.
You're not wrong.
He was the light that held back the darkness, and you had to step in his place.
Did you play the secret submarine level?
Yes.
Sweet.
And you had to fucking
That's where that is.
Softball question.
you had to defeat your arch nemesis and your rival, fucking Star Wolf.
Pigma.
Star Wolf had the cooler.
Pigma
They
was-
had the cooler crew.
Yeah, Pigma was definitely my real nemesis. Like, my personal nemesis. Fuck that guy.
I wanted to be Star Wolf.
From now on, when I run into somebody especially stupid on the internet and it's just time to really troll them, I'm just going to say to myself, all range mode. It's time for a boss battle.
Yes.
Yeah. I miss Star Fox. I wish they would
Are
come
you gonna get Starlink?
Hey, you posted
Oh,
something.
shit. I have a video call.
From who?
Brandon.
All right.
What's up, my dude?
Hey.
What's going on, Duderinos? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Your voice sounds deeper.
All right.
He's got that strange voice.
Hey, it's strange. Now, okay, so I had to set this up differently due to my other microphone not working correctly. And I did notice in the echo test, this sounded deeper.
Sounds way deeper.
Way deeper.
I'd keep
It's
it.
almost like I'm one of those witnesses on, like, the FBI thing.
Yes.
You just blur up my face.
You're actually a member of MS-13.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
What's up, man?
Oh, dude, not much. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I might ask. Oh, wait, hold on. This is default device.
This sounds so weird with his voice.
How about this? How's this sound?
That sounds even worse.
That had sounded normal.
You went from MS-13 gangster to Optimus Prime. Like,
Hell yes. Hell yes.
do me a favor, say we must protect Cybertron.
We must protect Cybertron. Autobots assemble.
This is fucking beautiful. Oh, what's up, man?
Alright, I don't know if this is gonna be any better, but...
Actually, yeah.
Alright, it's fine. Hey, it's my webcam mic.
Ah.
Go figure, right? I'm gonna leave this here as a prop, though. That works. Alright, so I actually had a pretty neat little story. We just got a new car yesterday, and we were forced to pretty much demo this feature called Eyesight, and for which we had to go out and purposely, like, drift into other lanes and be, like, dickholes, and, like, he's like, hey, man, don't take off on the red. In fact, wait as long as you possibly can until you, like, really make somebody mad.
Okay.
Because when you have this eyesight stuff on, right, and there's a car in front of you, when the car gets too far away, it's like, hey, dude, this little thing pops up on your little, right around your steering wheel, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? You're like, you need to go, man. So, like, and then if you start drifting off to a lane and you don't signal, and you're not easily, it'll actually jerk the wheel back, so that you end up flying to the other lane and causing a big wreck. Maybe not that bad. I wasn't driving. I don't know. But anyway, the dude takes us, like, all the way down the interstate, all the way around town, and then back around. And we reach this intersection where we're about ready to go to the dealership, right? And I'm just chilling, and this dude is talking me up with music. He found out I used to be in a band, guitar player, and all of a sudden I'm this dude's best friend. And I'm like, hey, he might give me a better deal in this car. I'm going to keep this going. He's like, have you ever heard of this pedal? And I went, yeah. Yeah, of course I have.
Yes.
So while we're there at the intersection, there's this dude, like the most dapper black dude I've ever seen. And he's just kind of, he's wearing a suit, holding his hat. It's got a cigar lit, and he's carrying a paper sack wrapped bottle that is open.
It's King Cobra. It's gotta be King Cobra.
He's like doing this
Oh,
all the way
yeah.
across.
He's
doing that.
shucking and jiving?
That's shucking and jiving.
And then he stops where someone was like going to turn right, and he's like, "Come on, man!" And he sends them one. And he goes, "Yeah!" And he keeps on booking it across. And he jumps up onto the curb and goes, "Yeah!" And he keeps going. And we're like, I wish I had an ounce of this guy's optimism, or as I've never had that good of a day in my life. I really haven't. This guy is living for all of us at this moment. And, well, of course, our light finally turns green, and we turn, and he is still going down the sidewalk. And it hit me today, when I was working with Blaine, it hit me. This guy is the definition to a T of bebopping.
Yes. That guy's bebopping.
Tyler, you've always said I was bebopping along. Buddy, I've never seen you that.
No.
This guy,
But that is what I'm trying to convey.
exactly. This guy was the epitome of bebopping. And it made my night. It put me in such a good mood that I paid more for this car than I wanted to. This guy, he bled his optimism into me. We were there for 3 hours. I didn't care because I'm like, that guy is having a great day. And, like, what's my issue today? Like, I'm spending money on a car. Wow, things could be a lot worse.
Too bad you didn't have a 40 of King Cobra.
You know what? It would have made it all better. All right, so here's another issue.
Not for me.
I'm talking with my salesman, right? And we're like looking at each other, like it's almost pretty intimate because we're just sitting at this table, and he's like telling me he's like this and that, he's kind of giving me stuff. My wife is over in the play area with our kid, and he just goes, "Your eyes are so red," and I went, "I have glaucoma." He goes, "Oh."
Oh.
He goes, "I'm sorry." I'm like, what to do? It is what it is. And
Sometimes it really do be like that.
Sometimes I do
sometimes it's the way it be. And And he's all like, yeah, because I just thought you were having like an allergic reaction or something. And I'm like, it's a side effect of my eye drops I have to take. They make them kind of dry out and make them really bloodshot, especially later on in the day. And he goes, man, if I had that, I'd be smoking so much weed. And I went, bruh. Oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Anyway, that was my story. And, man, you know what? I really am now wondering what the heck made my voice sound so bad. I know that, like, I haven't really talked that much in the last hour. I've been in the car, so my voice is not, it's kind of like unexercised, not loosened up. I was eating my wings, and Blaine's like, now! I'm like, let's get this thing working here. I thought I had like a few extra minutes. And then, of course, that makes me sound like the leader of the Autobot revolution. So
Yeah.
Did you guys see the new screens of Optimus from the Bumblebee?
Yes.
I have not yet.
Dude, he looks like more akin to like actual Optimus. If that's a correct way to say it.
He looks like the old cartoon Optimus.
Yeah.
Very blocky, very like he was assembled from Legos.
Like,
okay.
He even looks like he's got the robot boobs, like the rubes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like the old Optimus had like the whole like windshield were like that were his like robot titties, you know, like right here, and he's got windshields to like wipe them off. And they get sweaty.
Well, they get moist.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to keep the moisture down.
Yeah.
Oh man, well thank you guys so much for letting me come on.
Of course, man.
I had to share the bebopping story. Of course, again, I can't wait to have you guys back on my show, the Game Addicts Podcast. And Tyler, 102's coming up. We got to keep that every 10 going.
Yeah, let me know.
I'll definitely get back with you with that. We got 100 coming up, guys, in like a couple of weeks. It's crazy.
Hey, so do we. And you're back on for 100.
Right?
We got like 44 episodes left, and then you're back on.
Yeah. Well, you and I actually talked about doing some trade-offs with some guesting down the line, maybe, and we can start doing that when we are still getting our streaming factor and our layout set up with how we're going to try and do that with more people. Because we're just still trying to get our stuff figured out, much less what we're going to do. Like, we don't have an awesome casting couch. I thought about having a 2-camera setup. But when we do, we're definitely going to have both you guys on, and maybe we'll do some trade-offs. Me and Mike will come on your show and hang out. You can come on our show and hang out.
Cool.
And we'll cross the streams, if you will.
Ooh.
Little sword fight action.
Well, Ray said it was bad. Ghostbuster Ray said crossing the streams was bad, but I feel like it's a good thing. It's nothing but love. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go finish my wings, and I'm going to do my absolute best for the rest of the week to try and live an ounce of that guy's good day. I wish, dude, that guy's like level of give a fuck about what he looked like walking down that street.
It's over 9,000.
It was nil.
Gone.
Yeah, he thought he looked good.
Like, negative 9,000. Holy shit! That made my day. That made my week. And I'm gonna go eat my wings. Blaine, Tyler, guest.
May the bebop be with you.
I am gonna bebop my way out of this show, guys. Thank you guys for having me.
Sending
Thank you guys for listening to my deep Optimus voice.
Sending big dick energy your way, pal.
Hold on. Everybody have a big dick day.
Hell yeah.
Later, dude.
Later, man.
Later.
You just kind of sprung that one on me.
Yeah.
24 hours later, that man's body had been found underneath the bridge. 5 empty brown paper bag covered bottles.
And a heroin overdose. And a heroin overdose. 7 gunshot wounds to the back of his head.
He's been crack sprinkled on him.
He's been linked to the Hillary Clinton administration.
Oh, so suicide.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys,
of course.
They clearly wanted his optimism. They wanted whatever
They wanted what he had.
You want to talk about people who don't upset me when I see them? It's guys like the dude he was just describing. I see somebody like that, I'm like, God, thank you. Thank you. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the people like that. I'm just like, thank God.
Well,
I've seen...
Like, I'm the same way because, like, I key in on that like people like that almost immediately, especially if it's in a crowd of people, because it's like normally I'm the one guy in a crowd or room of people that just does not fucking care what anybody else in the room thinks about what I'm doing. I'm doing me. You know, as long as you're not interfering with what I'm doing, I don't fucking give a damn. I can't talk. It's a podcast.
That to me is straight up big dick energy.
Yep.
And I've been hearing this a lot. Like, I heard that, I think, for the first time from Nick Maxon, but he's like, sending big dick energy your way. And I'm like, oh, I like that. So, like, and the whole tagline for the show is make every day a big dick day. You know, sometimes you wake up in the morning, go take your morning piss.
It doesn't start that way, you know.
It doesn't?
It just be like that.
Oh, well, sometimes you look down and you're like, God damn, my dick looks huge today.
I've never had that.
Yeah,
and then it's
that's
just
what I meant.
Then it's just a good fucking day. Like you're fucking walking on cloud 9 all day.
I have not had a good day.
You are walking.
Ever.
You're
I
walking
should
on the
send an
sunshine.
unsolicited picture of this to somebody on my friends list. Nobody will believe you.
And that's making every day a big dick day. Is, you know, make every day like feel the way about your day as you'd feel when you see your dick and it looks huge. Have that confidence. Have that empowerment.
Like you just shaved your pubes off and it's like, whoa, I just gained about 4 inches. He just doesn't acknowledge it at all.
Yeah, I picked up what you're putting down.
Thank you.
Hey.
I trusted you once.
Sorry, I got distracted by AP's comments.
What is popping in the comments?
Not really a whole lot. Your cousin Holly says, come to Cali, Tyler and Skylar.
It's too expensive.
Nate Phillips, Pod Daddy himself, says this is cracking my shit up. Ha ha ha. Sound clip. AP says, I can't listen at the moment, but if you can guest as a person on the screen, I am so in. He just wants to be on the screen. That's it. Just
smiling for 2 hours.
Just walking about your day. You know, if we can arrange that AP sometime, we'll do it. You'll just be on the screen. That'll be it.
Yee.
You can mute your mic and just go about your day.
As long as he's not jacking off, I don't care what he's doing.
Please no jacking off. We ain't about that.
Or just make it not visible.
Yeah. You just see this shoulder jerking her.
He starts sweating, turning red.
I need a blanket. I'm itchy.
Oh,
so,
shit. Are you gonna dive into topics, or you want me to throw one out?
I got
there?
one.
All right,
I
throw
got
it out
one
there.
final one.
All right, I have a list. So
I got two, but this is the last one that involves work. So somebody who will not be named has asked to not be named.
is it somebody that I can't stand?
Yeah.
Can I name them?
No.
You don't control me, because I fucking hate that guy.
So this person has some teeth missing, and we got.
We're off to a
Wait,
great
that's not
start.
that's not that guy.
That's not the person you thought.
Oh.
But you can't stand him.
Alright.
Kidding.
I like him more than I like the other guy
Yeah.
that shall not be named.
So we're having a discussion. Yes. No. It was this.
How does he feel about the loss of his loved one?
Everybody's been asking that. He immediately walks in. Yesterday goes, well, today's gonna be a long day. I'm like, why? He's like, I've already been asked 3 times. This person was raped by the panda.
Yes, panda rape.
Oh God.
Panda
I
rape.
mean, to be
That's
fair,
very unlike a panda.
Oh yeah.
to be fair, I mean, the
Lots of pheromones, man.
The sex itself was consensual. However, he went in unprotected.
And went to pull out, and she said, "No!"
Oh God.
And fucking took all that baby gravy.
And to be fair,
Oh, God.
like, he's not that big of a guy, so he couldn't lift her off of him.
That stresses me out. I have a story like that.
I hope to hear it.
Yeah, I'll tell it. Yeah.
So yesterday I'm working with him, and we start discussing his teeth. He's missing a couple, and he needs to get. There's like two and a half.
Missing or there?
2.5 missing.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Like one tooth is like literally half a tooth. But
like a
we're
sliver.
discussing this, and like, and we finally we delve into like, when are you gonna get this fixed? Like, he's like, well, I'm thinking like, I talked to somebody, and I'm gonna have to have like an oral surgeon go in, take a few more out, and then possibly get a partial denture go in. And he's like, but we also discussed just taking everything out and getting full dentures, which ended up being the thing. I was like, you might as well just do that.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you're gonna have to do it eventually, anyways, basically. And then I started thinking, I was like, because we got on the discussion, I was like, man, like, what are the things you can't eat with dentures? Like corn on the cob and corn and just shit like that. And I'm like, oh man, what do you think eating pussy would be like with fucking dentures? Like, what if you just took them out and just started gumming those beef curtains? Like, shit. Like, just...
Can you do that one more time? So you'd be sharply inhaling. Just getting as much of that pussy funk as you can over them gums.
I mean, you could just get like a whole mouth of implants, and then you don't have to have dentures.
I feel like dentures are cheaper.
Yeah, but like they're dentures, so like capitalism, bro. Get you some fucking new teeth.
Get you some new tooth
that are fucking there permanently.
Yeah,
like, and it doesn't even. You don't even have to fucking brush them.
It's expensive.
You don't even have to fucking brush them. They're indestructible.
But you
this
still
isn't
need
some George Washington shit.
You need to brush them, clean them and shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen now.
Yeah. I mean, if you're already at the point you need dentures, I don't think you're gonna start taking care of your teeth after you get them, are you? You can just replace them.
You at least wouldn't need to floss.
I would just be like, give me 3 sets.
Well, the floss is there to protect your gums, not your teeth.
Yeah.
But
which I'm learning. I went to the dentist yesterday.
And they fucking shit all over you.
Oh, dude, they're like, if this does not change by the next visit, April 15th, there's a deadline, there's a countdown. You will be diagnosed with gum disease. And I'm
is
like,
that a challenge?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, dude, you just stabbed my gums with a little pointy thing. Of course they're bleeding. You
like, are
fucks.
you threatening me?
You fucks. You're ruining my life.
What are you gonna do to my gums? You working for Big Floss?
That's always the thing. That's the meme. It's like you have gum disease.
Episode title: You working for Big Floss?
Big Dental
Perfect.
Floss getting you too, Doc.
I'm writing it down.
As I would say.
Working for Big Floss.
I like that one.
Yes. We have comments. Alex said that noise made me audibly gag. I'm at my desk working and listening, and I'm really glad no one else is in the office to hear any of this.
Our message needs to be heard by all. I need some fava beans
How would
and a
you
nice
feel about
bottle
that?
of Chianti.
Alex, in the comments, answer this question. How would you feel about someone gumming your pussy? Miranda, you chime in, too. How would you feel if I had dentures and I was gumming your pussy?
Skylar, don't answer
eat
this.
pussy the
at
same
all.
way.
Skylar, please, no.
I'd eat
Stay
pussy
away
the
from
same
this.
way a lamprey eats its way into a whale corpse.
Jesus, fuck.
Oh, fuck. God, what a terrifying creature. Can you imagine, like, swimming along in the ocean and it's like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, you need proof God didn't exist. Go into the ocean and get your dick stuck in something. Like,
Holy shit.
you know how many like dick-based horrible things happen in the ocean?
Yeah!
Like the toothpick fish
Yeah.
in the in the Nile. Yeah. Oh, it just happens to swim. It looks to piss. So it
Fuck,
can
what's
swim
that?
up
What's
your
that?
urethra.
What's that fish called? It's like fucking. It's something maroon.
It's like the Cthulhu fish. Like it's like, H.P. Lovecraft couldn't come up with a more horrible monster than that bastard.
If only it had tentacles.
I'm way ahead of the coming.
Ethan Henderson says, I'm way ahead of the gumming the cooch game.
Okay.
Go on.
Please don't.
I'm curious.
I'm not.
For science. This is a science show.
You're dumb.
I'm surprised nobody's really brought up the idea of like a chick with no teeth. Well, if it was
I
a
mean,
real-
we can go down that route.
I mean, it's kind of been addressed
it's-
in pop culture,
it's
like
been
with
retreaded multiple
Yes Man.
times.
I mean, you know that scene in Yes Man where like the old neighbor lady is like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure," because he has to say yes. And then she's like, "I don't have any money to pay you. I guess I have an idea." And he's like, "Yes." And then she proceeds to give him like the best blowjob of his life because there's no teeth.
Yeah.
Because she takes the dentures out and sits them on, and of course it's like Jim Carrey overacted. Oh! Like fucking.
What
like
that-
the opening of Ace Ventura. You remember
Yeah.
that? When
What
he just
that-
whipped around?
What's that mouth do?
What that mouth do?
What does that toothless diseased mouth do?
Oh, Alex says the teeth, hopefully, aren't involved in it any way. I mean, what do you do when you eat pussy? Just put the whole pussy in your mouth? What are you doing?
Look, we're three white guys. None of us know how to eat pussy. Let's just be real for a
Well,
second.
yeah, I kind of do the lamprey thing. I just bite down on the exterior.
I just start chewing through her stomach until I reach the uterus, and
And then implant your children.
like
Right.
a mega
you.
like a
Obviously.
mega mouth shark. I just bite the exterior and then I just use my tongue to bore my way in straight through the clitoris. I shouldn't say that. I couldn't find a clitoris. If somebody
straight
paid
through
me,
the clitoris.
Straight through it.
Right through the clitoris hole. That's where I eat pussy.
oh shit!
Oh man, don't you hate when the ovaries get in your way?
Ah! Damn it!
Shit's so stupid.
Is there a bathroom nearby?
There is.
Yes. Right
Just-
outside the door and to your left.
Don't cover any funny topics while I'm gone.
Okay.
No, we'll probably just
Stare at each other.
stare at each other.
All right, pause.
See how long we can go quiet.
No, I want to talk.
Dead space.
So, we're T minus just a little over a week. 10 days, my man. Two big things happening for
What's
us.
up?
We got fucking Venom in IMAX.
Yeah, we do.
And Assassin's Creed fucking Odyssey.
Those come out on the same day.
Yeah. Weird. Because I just said we're 10 days away.
Man,
Weird.
I'm almost pissed that I'm going to the 450 North Brewing Company Corn Maze Beer Festival on the 6th because I could be playing Assassin's Creed that day. But
You still haven't beat the first one!
I have beat the first one. I haven't beat Origins.
Which is the first one in this new, the reimagining
No,
of
I
the series.
haven't. I have been playing it though. The last thing I did was I was going after the crocodile or something, and they're like,
That was the last thing you told me you did 5 months ago.
no, it was at least within the month, not even 5 months ago. But I was going after some chick has like, oh yeah, I left the ledger in my house, and they're going after it, and then they're like, you find out the daughter had it, and then they're like, then you find out, oh, the daughter got drowned, and that's the scene I watched.
What?
That's all I've done.
We're talking about Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, that game sucked.
Alright.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Mhm.
Yeah, that game blows.
Alex says, come at me.
Blow.
Changed my mind.
Alex says, come at
play
me
it
like the
all the
little
way.
mouth guy in the Xenomorph in Alien.
Yes.
The Xenomorph is Alien. Is the alien. The little mouth guy. Mouth.
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 Little mouth guy.
That was probably one of my favorite Dane Cook jokes is when he does the alien thing.
Yes.
The alien impression.
That was the first time I liked Dane Cook.
Yeah.
First and last.
And then he died.
I really like the
Comedically.
Vicious Circle. Vicious Circle was a funny one.
And then it immediately died.
Yeah, the rough around
he
the
got
edges.
replaced. He got replaced by he got replaced by people like fucking Daniel Tosh that aren't funny at all.
Definitely.
Fuck
Although
Daniel
I
Tosh.
do like Daniel
Thank
Tosh.
you.
I do like Daniel Tosh.
I
I like his
fucking-
stand-up.
Last
I
week's
hate his
episode
stand-up.
or 2
You
weeks
hate
ago.
his stand-up, but like his show. He hates his show
And his
stand-up.
stand-up.
I like his stand-up. His show is funny here and there.
Well, let me clarify. I like his show for the same reasons I like Ridiculousness, which is another show I hate.
I hate that
I hate
show.
Rob Dyrdek,
Oh,
but
I hate Rob
like
Dyrdek.
that there's a show I can watch that gets all the good clips from the internet for me, so I don't have to go looking for myself.
Dumb internet clip. Dolphin sounds.
Yeah, like I shit on
That's
people
my
for liking
favorite
profession-
fucking ridiculousness meme.
Yeah, I like I shit on people for liking professional sports or organized sports in general. I just hate sports. And but me, I'm just like, oh, I love that they found all these funny clips for me to watch, so I don't have to do the work. I'm no better. I'm no better. I like mindless TV just as much as the next guy. Only I like it even more shitty and less thought.
Alex says, "Get over it, Tyler." Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh fucking sucks. He sucks big fat.
Let's not even get him started
big
on Bryan
fat fucking
Cranston.
donkey dicks. Did you say Bryan Cranston?
Triggered.
Did I hear you fucking say Bryan Cranston?
Triggered!
Oh, Bryan Cranston is the most overrated fucking pathetic actor in all of Hollywood.
Well, except for he had one role, Breaking Bad. I mean, it was good.
Do you think that fucking qualifies him to be in the upper echelon of acting history?
No, he's not, though.
Hell no.
He's not, though.
How about
people who are fans of fucking Bryan Cranston put him up on that pedestal.
How about
so do people
the bait
that
and
are
switch?
fans of fucking like Drake and Justin Bieber. They put him up on this pedestal.
That's because that's not
They're
comparing
idiots.
apples to apples.
You're triggering me.
That's not comparing apples to
so
apples.
much.
Drake
No, I
and
get
fucking
it.
Bieber
I'm
are
with you
both
100%.
10 times more successful than
you're
Bryan
a-
Cranston is.
If you're a fan of somebody, you're gonna fucking love them.
But there's a difference between being a fan and saying, and I'm not talking about recognizing talent.
But 90% of the people on this earth are stupid, unlike us.
I think because of the way that you suck Bryan Cranston off, you qualify in that 90%.
I don't think he's the greatest thing to hit acting. I just really liked Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Did you like how they did a bait and switch for the new Godzilla movie, where they made you think that Bryan Cranston was
Fuck
the main
that!
character?
That triggers
pissed me.
him so
Yeah.
fucking
Pissed
hard.
me off
Hey.
because I was going in for Godzilla, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, and neither of them. You got neither. You got like a 10-minute.
You got 14 total minutes of screen time for Godzilla.
They're filming Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah,
starting
I know
next
they
week
are.
in Hawaii. Yeah, I can't wait to shit all over that after I love it.
Thank you for at least saying that you were going to love it, because I'm really
I will.
excited for that. I really liked Kong Skull Island.
I did too.
I thought it was a good follow up. I mean, it was cheesy, obviously, but
Man, I just love any movie starring like apes. I don't know what it is. Like the new Planet of the Apes movies are like some of my favorite movies.
I have not seen them.
I
I
Really?
will not.
They're great.
I will not. Okay.
They're great.
I will
them.
not turn my back on the original Planet of the Apes,
These
which
are
I
good.
watched a lot when I was a
Just
kid.
racist.
These are
And
different.
I will not turn my back on Mark Wahlberg and his shitty version of Planet of the Apes.
You really should. Okay,
And also, I just want to say this:
they're good movies.
Roseanne made a good joke. That lady did look like the girl from Planet of the Apes. That was not a racist thing. It was just an unfortunate choice of words. Look at the pictures.
Yes.
It was a good joke.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's fucking Caesar.
I wouldn't have
all
said
day.
the joke. I wouldn't have said the joke.
No,
No,
come
not
on,
Caesar.
you would have said the joke.
No, I avoid being. I do take care to avoid being racist for terrible reasons. Just because I don't want to piss off my black friends, but it's just like there are good racist jokes that get passed up by me just because I'm like, oh, can't go there. Can't say this on the internet.
Is that a Pixel Vision?
This is a Starburst.
Oh,
Like, I've been wanting to go on there and tell everybody, like, hey, black people, I just want to let you know you're totally right. White people are always saying racist shit behind the scenes. Like all these, like, if we're going to just dive into politics, thanks to me, all these Trump supporters are like, it's not a racial thing. It's like, I've never met one who won't say some horrible shit behind the scenes. It's like, even, like, my family, I'll just go ahead and say it. My family, like, they act like they're these progressive, like, Christian people, but, like, behind the scenes, it's like, no, you're saying just the exact kind of stuff that people worry you're saying that you
Right.
defend yourself from. Yeah.
Government is bad. It's the way that I look at it.
We need less of it.
We don't need any of it. There's no need for it whatsoever.
I think I would thrive in a post-apocalyptic society.
Well, I don't
because
even-
I'd get over the aversion to eating people really quickly.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I would just kill people and take all their shit.
Yeah, but you can eat them too.
I'm not gonna run out of shit in my lifetime if I take everybody else's shit. No, I just.
God bless some of you.
I mean, this.
So speaking of the religious fucking people, this is posted by Christians Against Weed Drugs. The post says, "This is one of many reasons why I'll never poison my body with dangerous marijuana drugs. You'll wake up permanently dead. God bless some of you."
Remember in Fallout 3 when you go into the
I never played Fallout 3. Sorry.
He's one of those people that only played 4. So
Oh,
And I
God.
played like maybe 15, 20 minutes of it. I didn't play very long into it.
No judgment, because again, I shit all over Assassin's Creed like it's my job, but there was a
I have
VR.
I have much shittier
Remember
games
the
down
VR
there.
vault going thing? Remember that old guy walking around like, "God bless the USA
Mhm.
and nowhere else." That's,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite quotes. 'Cause it's like that's
Someone
cool.
else brought that up today.
It was me.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Okay.
rehashed my old material.
That's
quite a
right.
bit.
So this
You gotta
is
stick to your guns, man.
this.
Yeah,
It has a
it works.
picture of a marijuana, and it says
Of
pros.
marijuana.
It says pros. Giggle for a bit. Cons. High blood pressure. Risk of stroke. Homosexualness. Overeating. Murderous urges. Incest. Loss of faith. Devil worship. Masturbation. And sex with animals.
I'm glad they
A lot
saved
of
the
those are
best one for
contradictory.
last.
Yeah.
Homosexualness.
Yeah.
Loss of faith and devil worship.
If I'm so busy masturbating, what do I need incest for? Is what I'm saying.
Why am I fucking animals when I could just be beating my dick?
Now, if I'm masturbating to incest porn, is that what they're referring to?
It's like some of my favorite porn is gay black midget porn. So I hit, I crossed 3 off my list at the same time. The fuck is that?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, meanwhile in Cambridge.
Yeah. I'll watch this later. It just got posted to the
See,
burger memes.
there we go, right there. That's one of the things I was just talking about earlier, just to clarify my not being racist thing. It's like videos like that. It's like I can't share this stuff because it's like
I don't even know
can't-
what
I
it
can't-
was.
I can't celebrate this kind of thing, but it happens. It just watch
Yeah.
that video. That thing happens in the world. Can't share it.
I had a similar experience yesterday. I watched a video of a black guy fighting 4 cops in an intersection, and he was getting tased and pepper sprayed,
Beaten.
and all kinds.
And he
of
was just fucking
He was
going.
getting beaten with fucking billy clubs, and he was just taking it and fucking dishing it all.
He
right
had the
back.
taser sticking out of his back.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I'm glad he didn't get shot. I mean,
that was one of the comments I saw. Was like, if he would have got shot, this would be a different video.
Yep.
This would be all over the news.
But it goes back to the thing that I've brought up on the show multiple times. If a police officer looks at you and says, "Sir or ma'am, cease and desist," if you don't want to be shot, A, you cease and desist. If you would like to choose option B and get shot, you do anything else. It's a very simple equation.
Yeah.
I had a personal experience the other day. Well, this is a little bit ago, but it wasn't that long ago that I got pulled over with a suspended license, weed in my backpack, an open container in my cup holder that I forgot. He would have had to smell it, but
Right.
so, like I was riding so dirty. I also had a bunch of pills that didn't belong to me too, thanks to a guy who left them in my car who didn't inform me of it until after this happened. I got to drive home. I didn't even get my car towed. Suspended license, okay? Now, this was an Asian police officer, so I can't totally say it was like, cutting me in. But the thing was like, all I did was like, "Officer, I'm so sorry I didn't see you." Because he had to honk to get me to pull over. Because he was following me with his lights on, and I was on my phone while driving. So after all that, I'm like, damn, did I just get a dose of white privilege? Is that what it was? Because I didn't believe in it until that moment. And then
Well,
I was
that's
like,
what
damn, I'm driving home.
That's
and
what
I'm
I was
dirty
going
as
to
fuck.
say, though. A lot of people will say, well, that's just fucking white privilege. But
I was respectful. I
that
said, "I'm
doesn't.
so
That's
sorry,
not how it
officer."
makes sense in my mind. If you fucking treat a police officer, especially in today's society, their life is at risk every time they get in that fucking car.
Now, on the macro scale, like, I agree with what you're saying, but on the macro scale, I do like to acknowledge the fact that, like, between the ages of 18 and 35, I think it's something like 50% of black men are in jail. Most of it for drug laws that are super, super unfair.
Oh, yeah.
And totally screw the black community. So it's like, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, look, I understand kind of the both sides of the argument thing. But yeah, I do agree that, like, step one is, like, kiss some police officer ass.
Well, it's not even
saves
kissing
you.
ass. It's just if they say, "Please hand me your license and registration." Okay, officer, I'm going to reach in the glove box and I'm going to get my registration. Here is my license. Wait just a moment. I will grab my registration.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is I always I'm like, okay, I'm gonna reach into my glove. Like, I let him know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
proper
But
procedure.
Every time I've ever been pulled over, the first thing I say to the officer when he walks up, "How are you doing?" Good. This is why I pulled you over. I need your license and registration. Okay, sir, I'm going to reach into this center console. I do have a firearm in here. So I'm just letting you know that everything I need is in here. The gun is also in here. The first thing they asked me, do you have a concealed carry permit? I do. Would you like to see it? Yes. Here. Okay, go ahead and grab your registration. It's simple conversation.
Yeah.
It is.
And the thing is, like, remember, it's like, police are way more scared of you than you are of them in any situation, even if you're just, like, the whitest little piece of cornbread from the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, because you're unpredictable. They don't know how the situation's going to pan out.
Because remember, every day, they wake up every day, and they go to their, precinct, and they hear all these stories about, oh, man, fucking, you got a gun pulled on them. It's like, being shot is a really scary experience, and they have to worry about it every day. So it's like, I do think that there's a serious problem with shooting of unarmed black people, but it probably could help if you just remember that cops are people doing the worst fucking job in America.
Yes.
I mean, I would hate to be a cop. Thinking you're going to get all that respect and hero pussy, and then the firefighters scoop it all up right out from under you after 9/11, and it's like everybody hates you now in 2018. It's like, it's a shitty job. It's like, I respect the people that do that. Mm-hmm. I couldn't. Literally, but also,
yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I totally agree with you.
I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah,
you don't have the patience for anything.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And also, if I was a police officer, I would be way shittier to white people.
I would just be shitty to everyone. Like, look, I'm sorry. This is how it's going to be. I'm a fucking asshole. The moment I clock in as a police officer until the moment I clock out, I am going to be a dickhead to everyone and anything. What's that fucking cat doing over here? You got a permit for that cat? I would be fine. I would be an asshole about everything. Because my life is more important than yours. Every day. Self-preservation. My life is more important than yours. If I was a police officer.
If I was a cop, I would just, I'd let everyone go until I got fired. I'd be like, oh, what'd you do, dude? And he's like, man, I got a bunch of crack in my backpack. I'd be like, listen, dude. Give me just a little bit of that.
Just knock that off.
Give me a little bit of your crack money.
Have you ever seen Bad Lieutenant?
No.
With Nicolas Cage?
Fuck no.
Oh man, I missed.
Wait, is that him as the paramedic?
No, that's him as the fucking lieutenant. He's like a lieutenant in whatever New Orleans police force.
There's one where he's a fucking first responder too, and he gets fired from the fucking ambulance company, and then he goes into the office to get his fucking paperwork, and they're like, "Look, dude, we'll give you 3 days off. Come back to work on Monday. Just don't worry about it." And he's like, "You told me the last time I fucked up you were going to fire me. Just fire me." And he's screaming into his boss's face. And the guy's like, "Look, dude, just come back Monday. You still got a job."
Bad Lieutenant is a movie where Nick Cage plays a dirty cop. And he is just on a 3-day fucking coke and fucking narcotic binge.
Awesome.
And he's just doing all the most fucked up shit you could possibly do. And it's just... That's just the movie. He's just a bad cop doing bad things. Eva Mendes is in it.
Nice.
So, and she's like one of his hookups.
Do you get to see her
Bad
tits?
bitches only.
Huh?
Do you get to see her tits?
I don't think so in this movie.
I'm not watching it.
Maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while. I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, if you can't confirm to me that I'm going to see her tits, I'm not going to watch it.
It's been a while. It might be on Netflix still.
Have you jacked off to that movie?
No, not at all.
Okay, then I'm not going to watch it.
Have you jacked off to a movie?
To a movie?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Who
we've
hasn't?
all jacked off
Who
to
hasn't?
a movie.
I mean,
Mean Girls?
I've never been alive while the internet hasn't existed. I was of jacking off age right at the time when internet had already been around for a little bit. I accidentally discovered porn on my computer. I've never had a chance to use the Sears catalog, whatever you guys grew up on.
How old are you?
26.
Okay, we're the same age. I'm 27.
Yeah, I know, but it's I can't imagine jerking off to a film. I'm sorry. This is just a... I'll shut up.
What was the last movie you jerked off to?
Huh. Bruce Almighty.
Fuck, it was probably... Fuck, I don't know, man.
American Wedding, actually. I take that back.
Speaking of, mine was American Reunion. But yes, I have jerked off to American Wedding. That stripper scene.
Ooh, exactly.
But that was back when I like didn't understand like that real boobs were better than fake boobs.
They all taste the same.
Oh yeah, back when I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, we
Now I can never
we
go
all
back.
we all went through this phase, and I think every man and throughout like so many decades went through this phase where fake boobs were in.
Man, a lot of guys never outgrow it. Like older dudes, especially, like they just love fake tits. I'm at the point where I'm finally like starting to be okay with it in my porn. Oh, maybe. Not if
I
it's
grew
a young
out of
chick,
it.
but if it's like an old chick, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, they probably.
I grew
fake
out of
shit.
it. I mean, unless they're like fake to the point where I just can't tell.
Nowadays, they're
They're
great.
a lot better.
Yeah, that's why.
Well,
I can
the
tolerate it.
one that always gets me is where you can see like the lines
Yeah, I
on
hate
the
that.
side.
I hate
where
that.
the old silicone bag is like. Yes.
Yeah, it's always when they're like, it's the reverse cowgirl position that always is the test. If they can go past that, but usually they can't. Usually you're like,
No.
oh,
Nope, they're there.
God, what'd you do to yourself?
There they are.
For money?
You know what's
Oh.
crazy? GTA 5, the strippers have fucking scars, like fake tit scars.
Dude, the
That's
amount of
been
detail
around
that went
since
in that
GTA
game.
3.
Really?
Mhm.
So like pixelated triangle.
Oh, I've jerked off to video games. Yeah.
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done that.
Thought of Vice City.
KOTOR
Candy
2.
Sucks. Remember those photos?
Oh, yeah.
Candy Sucks.
Oh,
You
yeah.
zoom in with sniper rifle.
KOTOR 2. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Well, the first one I could, not the second one.
The second one, there's like a whole like, if you're a female character, you can dress yourself up as a dancing slave, and on Nar Shaddaa.
Well, in the first KOTOR, which is I have it on my phone. It reminded me of this. The female Jedi that you find, I can't remember her damn name, like Kiara, Liara. or
Juhani.
something. Huh?
In the first one,
Yeah.
Juhani.
Is that her name?
Is she like a cat lady?
No.
Oh,
This is just a female
She's talking
Jedi.
about the one that's
Oh.
on the ship.
KOTOR. The first KOTOR, the first Jedi you
Well, there
ever
is-
encountered.
Bastila.
Yeah.
Bastila Shan.
Yes. Okay. Well, there was a glitch where a lot of time the texture for her clothes wouldn't load because she actually had like a
Really?
suit. Yeah. So it would just be her bare skin. I could probably make it happen on my phone right now, but yeah, that was what got me as a kid. I remember that because her outfit was fucking skanky when the glitch kicked in. You were just like, damn, combat ready.
The forces with this one.
That Sentinel right there, baby. Woof.
Yeah.
R.I.P. KOTOR 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
why
mean-
make a game that everybody wants? Let's give them Battlefront 2.
No, let's give him the Old Republic.
Oh Jesus! Don't even get. I don't. MMORPG is cancer to the gaming community.
MMOs are cancer to the gaming
I
community.
fucking hate MMOs. I will not. play
MMOs
them.
and MOBAs are fucking the cancer
See-
to the gaming and battle royale games.
I-
The Old
wish
Republic
that I
was
could-
cool.
I wish there was like a computer virus that I could create that would like make everyone who's ever played Fortnite like you know in Black Mirror when that episode with the bees.
Oh yeah.
Never
I
seen
wish
Black
that
Mirror.
I wish that I could create that for Fortnite. Just anybody who's ever played Fortnite would just a bee would drill into their skull and right through the pain center.
I discovered, my fiance discovered today that she was at the mall and she discovered there's a whole, what used to be a store. There's a whole
It's
section.
right outside of Macy's. It
Yeah.
used to be a hair salon, and it is now a gaming.
It is dedicated to Fortnite.
No.
Straight up Fortnite.
No.
That's what she said. That's
the
what she
last
told
time
me.
I walked by
No.
there, it was just whoever wanted to play whatever. But it's a gaming cafe.
Do I
Yeah.
really want to be alive in the future anymore?
I don't.
Like a Fortnite dedicated store? That game sucks. That's a shitty game.
Never played it and I don't want to.
Don't play it. Don't because it's the fucking game.
I hear the concern in your voice.
It's dude. I played it when it was beta. Like
Yeah.
and I was like, man, this game's all right. You know what I mean? And then like people start getting good at it.
and the 11-year-olds
Getting-
got to it.
And getting good at it means like, oh, you start shooting me, I'll just throw up wall after wall after wall, and it's just like.
Well,
This is-
originally it was supposed to be a survival shooter. Like,
But then Battle
7 days
Royale
to
kicked in.
design, yeah.
People started getting into Battle Royale games, which
And
I am
love-
not into.
I love that the new Black Ops is going to murder Fortnite, and I'm just so glad that that game is going to get ground into dust.
I don't think it's going to. I don't think it will. Because if look at it this way, Jack. If Fortnite stumbles, doesn't fall but just stumbles, PUBG's just gonna rise to the top.
I think PUBG's on its way out. because it's so similar to the Black Ops that, like, I mean, Black Ops just... Treyarch is just sitting back, you know, like, what's popular in the gaming community? Oh, nobody likes single-player games anymore, so fuck that. We're just going to make a Battle Royale clone and throw it in there with all of our technology and gaming expertise. And,
and
plays
also,
like a dream.
Fuck Treyarch.
Fuck Treyarch. And fuck Bethesda. Can we fucking rant about Bethesda's thing? The fucking traitors. Oh, remember their E3 commercial? Like, oh, single-player gaming. We're so dedicated. We got your back, single-player games. By the way, the next Fallout, MMO.
It's not MMO like fucking Elder Scrolls Online was though. This is straight up you're playing Fallout, but with other people. On the map.
That's the whole point of playing Fallout is that there's no other people in it. I hate. Oh,
I'm excited for 76 because that might actually make me want to play Fallout.
You're not a Fallout fan, so that I can tolerate that. But if somebody was like a diehard Fallout 3 fan and they told me they're excited for 76, I might hit them.
Well, you do have the ability to play 76 by yourself, entirely by yourself.
That's just like saying you can play Rainbow Six Siege by yourself.
No.
Okay?
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
Don't you argue with me. I'm very concerned about 76. I want to play it before I make any long-term judgments. But yeah, when they said it was going to be multiplayer, I got pissed because number one, Fallout 4 was terrible. Fucking shit. Fallout 4 was garbage.
I put hundreds of hours into it, and I agree.
It's fucking garbage. It's terrible.
I dedicated most of my life to this game, and it sucked.
It's fucking garbage.
There's a pattern. I'm a masochist, you know what I mean? Like I love to punish myself. And there's no other Fallout to play. I wanted more Fallout.
I wanted Fallout, so I just settled.
Well, you can only play 3 in New Vegas so many times, and it's like, man, I'd really like something different. I've shot all these fire geckos and fucking jacked off in the Deathclaw Canyon enough times. This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, and you know,
just a Deathclaw
Canyon. They're making
a
Fallout New Vegas in the fall. Too much beer. They're making a New Vegas mod that used the Fallout 4 engine, which I was so pumped about.
Yeah, I thought it was finished.
It is, but Bethesda said, you can't use our sound assets. You gotta do all new voice acting. Bastards.
Fucking
Bethesda.
gay.
Pete Hines, I hope you get attacked by a swarm of gorillas. Like, I am a swarm.
What about Todd Howard?
Okay, listen, I'm not educated. Okay, wait, I do know who Todd Howard is. Okay,
he's the face.
I hope after that swarm gets through with Pete Hines, it
gangbangs Todd Howard to death.
Yes, exactly.
In today's news, gaming guru Todd Howard butt fucked to death by a horde of gorillas.
Yeah.
Horde.
No, mouth fucked. I want it to be humiliating for him.
All orifices.
All of them.
I want him to have to unhinge his jaw for all that gorilla cock because I hate those two for selling out. It's just
They did give us Wolfenstein and Doom back though.
I can't
which are
wait.
both fantastic.
They did amazing, and I'll give you that. They captured the original spirit of the games, and I really love them for it. But
we are 3 years away from Skyrim 10th anniversary.
Fuck off. This is where I was going next. This is what pissed me off about 76. Like, cool. This is a cool concept. It's a prequel. You know, I don't really want to play with other people, but you know, I can nuke my friends. So that's kind of cool. That might, that's a gimmick I might get over in about 2 days. But I have to wait now like 5 additional years for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes.
Like, why? Okay, number one, why did you give me Fallout 4 in all of its hot fucking garbage mess? But now you're giving me another Fallout game, so you're going out of sequence, and I gotta wait another 5 to 6 years after I've already waited 5 to 6 years.
Don't forget the creation or whatever it is. The fucking... you can't make mods, but we'll sell them to you. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bastards. Those fucking bastards.
And then, like, they announced Starfinder, and it's like, cool. Like, a new IP. Maybe we can have something else like Mass Effect, since EA and BioWare decided to cut their own dick off and destroy their greatest franchise ever. And Andromeda wasn't even a bad game. It wasn't. I liked it.
If they'd finished it, it might have been a good game.
Right. Fuck.
Yeah, and while we're at it, let's just say, fuck Rockstar.
Yes!
I am very tempted not to play Red Dead Redemption, but because I'm a gamer, of course I'm going to, because I'm
gonna play Red Dead
worst
Redemption,
kind of whore.
But, fuck, I mean, how many copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 do I need to buy? I didn't even want to buy the first one.
How about the fact that they promised a single-player DLC, and then they're like, we're just thinking too much money, whoring our product out to the worst common denominator of gamers there is.
Yes.
Children.
How many
I have a lot
times?
to say about
How
video
many?
games.
How many times? How many? Well, let's just keep fucking rattling on about video games because we all love video games. How many times did you fucking open Grand Theft Auto 5, open the little fucking phone menu, and you're like, man, I'd really like to buy some Bull Shark testosterone in real life.
Well, I actually have bought...
Bull Shark testosterone?
Okay. Well, steroids is not something I've never seen, so
Okay.
it's like that was interesting. That was back in like my senior year of high school.
I really just want Bull Shark testosterone. That's all I want. But
get at me.
I spent.
I've jerked off a lot of sharks.
Okay. I spent like $5 on some in-game currency.
Oh,
just
God.
because I didn't want to wait an hour to make. I didn't want to rob 10 more convenience stores, so I spent $5. And then I'm scrolling through the options, and it's like, spend $100 to get $1 million in game, and it's like, there are fucking people that are doing this.
How about the fact that you can spend $100? I thought you were talking about the actual like power up. You're talking about the shark cards.
Mm-hmm.
You could spend $100 to get the highest shark card and not afford half the cars that they want to charge you over $100 for the fucking car in real dollars. Like, my God, those bastards!
It's an imaginary thing that you will never actually fucking.
And one day they'll
It's
shut
not
the server
tactile.
down, and it's gonna be gone. All your money's gonna be gone, just like with fucking Nintendo, which, ooh, that's a real bastard of a company there. All that money spent on the virtual console.
anger flow through you.
Nintendo shuts down their virtual console, wherever it was, and everything you bought on the Wii Marketplace, you can't play it anymore. Sorry, fuck
It gone.
you. That's what the problem is with all these digital-only things that people keep buying. Like, I buy physical copies of games, and like, I have friends like, that's so inconvenient, getting up and taking the disc out and then putting another disc in. It's so much work, but like...
The sad thing is, though, here in the next couple years, it's going to be fully digital. And
Because they're gonna have to...
we're not going to be able to fight it.
Yeah, and it's going to be the same reason I don't like to use services like Spotify, which I still do. I don't like to, because the thing is they can go back anytime they want and pull your shit off the store. They can make it so you can't play what you paid for anymore. They can change it. You know, it's just like when Kanye West went through and remastered a bunch of his music, made it sound like shit by turning the treble up to the fucking 10 for some reason. Yeah, it's the same thing's going to happen in video games where they're like, oh, that controversial thing in the game that you thought was a really cool, moment, we're taking that out. Right. Imagine if they could just pull the fucking no Russian mission out of Black Ops at any given moment. They would have done it if it had been digital only release. So, yeah, I'm not excited for the future of gaming at all in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I take advantage of like the free games for PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
Well, that's different.
I mean,
actually,
like,
this month's are dope.
Yeah, like
Destiny 2.
I have like that is a
God of
Destiny
War.
2. God of War.
God of War 3.
Oh, God of War 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope ass game.
Yeah, that's a Destiny 2 PS4 Pro. It came with Destiny 2. I saw that it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I uninstalled my disc data and downloaded the bitch.
Just because.
Yeah, I have Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I downloaded it.
Fuck that game.
It's a fun game.
It's
a completely unfinished game, but it's a fucking awesome
ruined
fun
the franchise. It was a disgrace to the Metal Gear name, but yes, it was some
Not
of the
because
most
of
fun
Kojima.
gameplay I've ever
gameplay
had.
was fantastic.
So
Not because of
amazing.
Kojima.
Yeah.
And
Not because of Kojima.
and Quiet was one of the most badass NPCs.
Oh, for
ever.
sure.
Oh man, playing Phantom Pain with my girlfriend next to me, the Quiet, it was so hard to defend. I'm like, listen, Kojima's a fucking creep. Okay, we it's just how he is.
They're just
He's
tits.
a creepy
It's
Japanese
just
guy.
tits. It's okay. I see tits every day.
Okay, but no, if you hang out with her in the helicopter and shit, she'll start flashing her pussy to you and stuff, and you're just kind of like, I can't defend this, but Kojima's a pervert.
You really can't. You really can't.
That's the last time I jacked off to a video game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too.
I don't think no.
There was nothing quiet
I don't
about
think I
that
did that.
bedroom. I'll tell you that.
But you honestly can't defend. I mean, let's be real here. You can't defend because in order to get her to fucking display, which you don't see nothing. She's just like, yep, spreading my legs. Yep. You have to sit there and stare at her for like a good 5 minutes. So,
Which, given her character model, wasn't that hard. Nope, boys.
yeah, but if your girlfriend's in the room, you really can't defend that. Like,
I'm a strong, independent man.
why
who
are
don't
you
need
staring
no
at
woman.
this
I don't
girl
have to,
for 5 minutes? Oh, what the fuck is she doing now?
I'm listening to the soundtrack.
It was a good soundtrack.
It was. The cassette tape pissed me off, but
I still listen to
Pequod.
I mean, also just the opening to Metal Gear Solid 5 made you think it was going to be such an amazing game. I mean, remember when like you're like staring up the fan and it's all blurry and it's like do 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a fan of the other Metal Gear games?
That is literally the only one I've played, but I'm very familiar with the whole story.
Yeah. That's
story.
a fucking mess. Yeah.
The only one I haven't played is 5. Or not 5. 4. Old Snake. That's the only one I haven't played.
That's why I consider to like be the last true Metal Gear game. Well, no, Peace Walker. Peace Walker's the last true Metal Gear game in my opinion, but that was a PSP game.
We
so
can just
fuck
agree that
game.
Snake Eater was the best. Because
GameCube.
Snake Eater! You're
Snake
fucking
Eater was
climbing up
awesome.
that ladder.
Having never played it, Snake Eater was awesome.
I'm fucking climbing up that ladder. God damn it.
I loved how
I would love for a Snake Eater remake or
It's
remaster.
happening. It's gonna happen.
Good.
Yeah, as long as Konami owns the Metal Gear name, they will keep releasing new and new. I mean, when they get over the fucking addiction to pachinko games, which did you see the Metal Gear Solid? Yeah. Okay, they made a Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko game in the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine. So like, it's like, why don't you just give us the fucking game in that engine? But
Yeah.
Or Metal Gear Survive.
don't get me started. Actually, no, I don't even have anything to say about it. I'm not even angry that exists because I knew Konami was gonna do that.
Yeah. Now that Kojima's not involved, it's gonna be horrid out.
So what do you think about this?
Death Stranding.
Yes.
Now that we have a visible antagonist, my interest has been piqued a lot more. I was already that last round of trailers that we got
where we still don't know anything.
before this one. You got to see what looked like a little bit of gameplay and a little bit more pieces of the story, and you actually got to see some other characters besides fucking Norman Reedus that just wasn't people dying, So I'm really interested. I mean, it's Konami, so it's gonna be fucking weird. Or Kojima, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I want to see, okay, here's the thing. I want to know if it's a mistake for Sony. Okay, Konami and Kojima had this relationship where he was like, I want to do this. Konami's like, listen, you can't do this.
And Sony's like,
Chill
here's
out.
all our money.
Yeah, it's like, I
Well,
think
he
Sony
also, you
might
gotta
have...
remember, too, he forgot 90% of the stuff that he would do. So he would write, we'll say he'll write 10 chapters of a story. And then they're working on chapter 11, and one of the people working under him, he'd be like, well, I want to do this. Well, you can't do that. Why? Because you did that. You did something that would affect that back in chapter 2. I forgot. And then they would just rewrite everything.
Yeah, just retcon it.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I really am interested because I am not... I love Metal Gear, but I'm not a diehard Kojima fan.
I'm not either.
I think that he's
a weird
thrived
fucking
because
dude.
there was people there to say, no. There was people there to kind of prune the tree of ideas that he had. And Sony comes in, they're like, your name's a big name in the gaming industry. Here's an unlimited budget in your own studio. Do whatever you want. And I can't wait to, I would almost be just as happy with a good game as I would with a nightmarishly horrible game. That's what happens when you give him creative freedom.
What do you do? What does Kojima do with unlimited money? Makes his celebrity fan do weird
Big Titty
shit.
Simulator on Mars.
Big titty simulator with Norman Reedus.
And babies.
He just goes around slapping titties.
And Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen.
Yes,
Can't
Mads
forget either one of
Mikkelsen.
those.
I know
Oh,
the
my
star
God.
power alone because Mads Mikkelsen is one of my favorite
Fuck
actors.
yes.
Oh, me too.
Oh fuck yeah.
For sure.
He's who got me into foreign films. Not to go off on a tangent there, but Mads Mikkelsen, dope as fuck.
You talking about some Valhalla Rising right now? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that one.
Was
I
that
haven't
any
seen
good?
that. If it's a movie with him in it, I'll watch it.
The movie is terrible.
The one
but
about a teacher who gets accused of molesting a child. It's
I
not
haven't
in
seen
English.
that one.
Check it out. It's right up there with Headhunters for foreign films that are dope as fuck. You gotta check it out.
Cool.
Mads Mikkelsen, he's about to be in the Vincent Van Gogh movie with Willem Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. That looks really good.
Willem Dafoe has a huge wang.
Does
Just wanted
he?
to throw that out there.
Biggest of wangs.
I have not seen it.
Like this. Like it's my elbow to my fucking tip of my fist.
Like Tom Jones.
Good for him.
Look at that.
Good
Look at
for
that
him.
meat. That's fucking. It's even got the curve.
It even has the fingers. It's got 5 smaller penises branching off the end of it.
With balls.
Just ready to go.
With balls.
Yeah, five. It's a horrifying image, but it is big.
Yeah, I can't imagine how he tucks that thing. Because he fucking walks around tucking like, oh yeah, I'd fuck me.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's Buffalo fucking Bob from
Buffalo
Silence of the
Will.
Lambs.
Buffalo Will. Oh my god.
Buffalo Will is what they call him.
Oh shit.
Hey, excuse me. Did you have some topics?
I did have some topics. Real quick, we've established that you're not excited for Assassin's Creed.
No.
Blaine and I are.
No. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm excited for because that's my favorite. I'm a fucking giant history nerd,
Greek?
and that is my favorite era of history.
Nice.
So what was wrong
Greco-Roman
with
history.
Origins?
What was wrong with Origins?
Because that's the same
Go
time
here,
period.
kill people, move on. Go here, kill people, move on. Everything was exactly the same. It was it was formulaic as fuck.
It was. That's
But
one
the
of the
free
reasons I've had
roam,
a hard
man,
time.
I got to do so
The free
much
roam
cool
is
shit.
cool, but like
Fucking
you're
hunting
right.
down the Falakes.
You're totally right. Like it is the same thing over again.
Yeah.
Find this person in this city. Oh, he's gonna give you information. Oh, he's probably gonna betray you and be one of the fucking people you're trying to kill.
And they're just prepping you for microtransactions in the next one. That's why the marketing thing was like, ooh, a super rare sword. You know, it's just like Ubisoft is the king of ruining franchises. I mean, they ruin everything they touch.
They're not worse
Rainbow
than
Six.
They're not worse than EA. You cannot put
No.
them. You
Dude,
can,
okay, EA is the devil. Ubisoft is the Antichrist.
okay, that's fair.
You know, like EA has been ruining shit for so long that it's like, you know, it's an established evil we can all recognize. Ubisoft is kind of almost new to the ruining game scene. They used to make the best games.
But
Splinter
it's
Cell?
much like the Antichrist. Like you see him and you're like, you know, he's pretty cool.
And
then there's other people that are like, he is evil. He is the Antichrist. And you're like, I don't know. He's doing all this stuff for us. And then
You
later
don't want
on,
none of this shit, Dewey.
and then later on, it's like, I am the devil.
Yeah, like Ubisoft is like, and of course I'm gonna give them my money still. Of course, I'm a gamer. I'm a fucking slut, just like the rest of them. But the thing is, like Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, Far Cry. What franchise have they touched that they have not ruined? And made a mass appeal fucking bullshit game.
Well, even
that any true gamer would
even
never...
new IPs with like the Division and For Honor, and what's some other new shit that Ubisoft's done the
But they
last
all
couple
fail,
years. They've all
ultimately.
failed.
Yeah,
They've
good.
all failed. And
But it makes them take risks.
I actually really enjoyed For Honor. It was a really cool concept.
played
It
that.
was really fun
Yeah,
to play.
it was. I never
It
played
looked really cool.
And then it
I
got
haven't played
ruined
it.
by microtransactions.
Of course.
Yes. Because that's everyone just wants to do Grand Theft Auto Online again.
Yes.
Everyone's chasing that biscuit, and guess what? It's gonna fucking fail because Grand Theft Auto already got out the gate and did it.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna have another migrotransaction based game that's going to do well.
Isn't
like
GTA
that.
5 still like the highest selling video game of all time?
Yes.
Just so you can play online though.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I never did the microtransactions. But as soon as online came out, I gave up on the story. I just completely stopped on the story.
Oh, I didn't.
And then I played for like another maybe 2 months and I never touched it again.
But it was a soft paywall. The entire online experience. It's like you can't have anything cool unless you're willing to play for 30 hours to unlock this new fishing boat, or you know what I mean, or you could pay some
See,
money.
I had a person, I had a tool, and his name was Mike Norris, and we just raced each other, taking turns winning, and we just built up the money and built up the money.
Even
built
the
up
racing
money.
got like severely crippled because it
Yeah.
became a thing where it's like, no, I'm not gonna rant about Grand Theft Auto anymore. But basically, like, I used to enjoy online as well, but anytime I found something I can enjoy and make money on, they'd find a way to like nerf it. The racing, especially.
Typical of most games. I mean, that's how it goes.
But we do have some light some brightness coming at the end of the tunnel. We've got stuff like the Resident Evil 2 remake. You cannot tell me your dick's not fucking hard for that.
Not even a twitch.
Why?
I'm with you there.
I got into
I never
Resident
played
Evil
them.
after tank controls became totally uncool. So I played Resident Evil 2 on the N64.
Oh, you were an
after
N64 guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I played it on PlayStation.
No, I played on... maybe it was PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo 64.
It came out on the 64, so you're not wrong.
Okay, yeah, that's where I played it.
And Dreamcast, too.
Yeah, and tank controls. Also, like... I'll just throw this out there. Too scary at the time it came out. I was not old enough. I was too scared to play it. So
I never played
waited
Resident Evil. The only Resident Evil I played was the demo of Nemesis that came with my copy of Dino Crisis. Also, basically Resident Evil.
Blaine and I fucks with Dino Crisis real hard.
I would love to see a Dino Crisis remake.
I want 2 remade, not 1.
I could do
Fuck
either.
playing as Regina. I like Dylan.
Didn't they make a Turok again?
Yeah, they
they
did.
were terrible.
It was terrible. Just one.
No, they've done it more than once.
Okay.
Imagine, take everything that Doom is, apply it to Turok, and substitute dinosaurs for demons. Like, so you can do like finishing moves on dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, jump on a T-Rex.
That was the Xbox 360 remake, the reboot. They did another one for PS2, and I loved that game, Turok Evolution. Okay, by no means was it a good game, but it was a fucking Turok game.
There's some games that, like, if you don't know they're bad before you play them, you'll enjoy them.
Right.
And that was perhaps
and you know, the cool thing about the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 generation, and even before that, the PS1 and N64, is we just had a plethora of games.
We just had good shit everywhere.
Not all of them were good.
Remember?
But you played them. There's tons of games to
I
pick
fucking
from.
loved a game called Buck Bumble. It was a game about a fucking robot bumblebee.
Monkey Magic?
Yeah.
That was a dope-ass game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you had, like, you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
And Ape Escape, that was another good game.
Ape Escape was good.
I know what you're talking about. There used to be a time when it's like your barrier to playing good games used to be money. You didn't have enough money to buy all the games.
Your fucking barrier was what your fucking your local video store had.
Now it's like,
Or
I get money and I'm
Blockbuster.
like, I got wild hair up my ass. I'm going to buy a new video game. And you know what? I'm like, there's nothing to buy.
You literally have all these AAA games. Like, that's all you have now, is just, like, these fucking supposed grade A games.
But thing is, they suck.
Yeah, we don't get games like Bully anymore. We don't get games like
Boy,
Psychonauts.
I fucking hated Bully.
They were making another Psychonauts, and then I
We don't get games like Destroy All Humans.
Yeah.
Humans.
Because there was a time when
Humans.
the cutting edge of graphics could be accomplished on a indie budget. Nowadays, like, in order to get the graphics that we expect it's us. It's the gamers that did it because we want to see the AAA graphics. But the thing is, that's so fucking time consuming and expensive. Nobody has the money
I could
for
give
it.
2 fucks about 4K gaming myself.
Yeah, but
My
I fucks with it.
PS4 plays capped at 1080. My Xbox One S plays in 2160, upscales to 4K. I play on my PlayStation more than I play on my Xbox. PlayStation's a superior console, so
It is. It is.
the Xbox
unequivocally.
The Xbox is just a media hub. Let's just get that
TV,
one off.
TV.
That's why they named it the
fucking
one.
E3? Yeah.
That's why they named it the one. It's the one place you
What
go
a
for.
disaster
Yeah.
of a console review.
It was a dumpster. It was a cum dumpster fire filled with diarrhea and depression.
Have you guys ever heard of a video called Cum Pancake? Or Cum Omelet?
No.
Can we watch it?
It's you can if you want. It's
Can we watch it right now?
It depends what kind of rating you want for this podcast. Basically, it's the most horrible porn video I've ever seen.
Yeah, we can't watch it.
Like
If there's nudity, we can't watch it.
40 dudes come into a pan that's hot and cook it into like a pancake and feed it to a chick. And her expression after that first bite was how I felt at the Xbox reveal for the new generation of consoles.
I watched a guy eat Fruit Loops out of a girl's ass once.
Definitely not nearly as
Hey,
bad
we
as
watched
what
the
this girl went
Play-Doh
through.
video, didn't we? Oh, man.
When she took that bite, I could taste what she was tasting. That's how
Oh
well
my
she
God.
conveyed it.
Salty, slightly frothy, disgusting.
Oh, just like imagine what it would taste like to Actually, there's nothing could be worse. Like, the only way to describe it is like, imagine what it tastes like to deep fry some cum. That's what she went through. That's what I would say is like how it felt to watch the Xbox reveal. And they're like, always online, TV. Like, that's all they would say. So, yes.
We put some TV on your TV so you can watch more TV from your TV.
But, before I went off on this
Exhibit.
disgusting tangent, what I was going to say is that, like, I've been playing Far Cry 3, and of course, they didn't remaster it. They didn't change a fucking thing. They just gave us the exact same game because they didn't have to remaster it, and I'd pay for it. So I did. And I am loving it a million times more than Far Cry 5. Far Cry 3, just the old shitty graphics, you know, and, like, I can just watch animals pop in, you know, like, they just appear out of nowhere. They don't wait until my back's turned. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, like, when you see a game that's just got those graphics that are just, like, fucking breathtaking, like, you see the pores on their skin and shit, I'm a whore. I fuck with it. Also, the new Spider-Man, you guys played it?
I have not, but I've heard
I will be
so
getting
many
it this
great things.
weekend. So.
My landlord roommate, resident pussy gummer,
Okay.
Pussy gumma!
All right.
he has Spider-Man. He's barely played it, so I'm just waiting on other games that I'm going to be getting, such as Odyssey and Red Dead and Fallout and anything else that I forgot.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Got a big. You can't. Are you not excited for that too?
I didn't. It's just one of those amazing games I didn't play. I know it's good.
I was the one guy in my group of friends that wasn't like, oh, look at the dumb Disney game for kids. Huh, Final Fantasy. What a joke. And I was like,
so you were the smart guy.
This has got both of them. This is cool. And I got really into the story.
Wait, I mean, like, you can't say all your friends were like that because, like, Nick Maxon and, like, okay, I guess Chase.
When the first game came out, I did not know Nick.
Oh, okay.
I did not bond with Nick until Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. That's why Nick and I bonded.
Oh, nice.
We talked about Kingdom Hearts 2 every day at fucking Southwestern.
We should have been friends in high school. We should have hung out.
Where did you go?
I went to McCutcheon.
Okay, you went to McCutcheon.
Well, I went to 5 high schools because I was systematically getting kicked out of every single one I went to. So,
where all did you go?
Rossville High School, Harrison High School, Faith Christian, Jeff High School, and McCutcheon.
All in high school level.
Yeah, I did a year at each one.
Okay, so Rossville. So you were 2010.
I graduated 2011.
Okay.
Should have been 2010.
So where did you finish at?
McCutcheon.
McCutcheon. Okay.
That's how I know him.
I know some people in all of those schools.
That sucks. Rossville.
That sucks.
Special shout out to anyone from Rossville. Fuck you guys. Hated Rossville High School.
My fiance was 08.
Except for his fiance.
No, we'll just retcon that. Just go ahead and say you hate her too. It just fits. It fits well with what you're saying.
Yeah, Rossville. I've never been bullied so hard in my fucking life.
Really?
As a freshman at Rossville High School. Oh God, they hated me there. They fucking hated me.
I've enjoyed a lot of people from Rossville, but that's just me. Like I get along with anybody.
I went there for one 9-week session.
Okay.
Before I was like,
so you really didn't even get to know anybody.
No, I just got bullied.
Everybody just pissed all over you.
Everybody just fucking yanked my pants down the hallway. And got pissed because I tied my shorts. Like I wore athletic shorts underneath my jeans.
You're not gonna get me.
Yeah, that's why it was so sad. Yeah, that's when it started. The long road of deep cynicism for other people was Rossville High School for me.
And then you ended up at the ultimate shithole in McCutcheon High School.
McCutcheon was better than Harrison.
Filled with fucking miserable, dumb people.
So
everywhere.
It turns out that every school...
It turns out that's literally every school.
You know what school I thrived at? Faith Christian. I was popular. I was on the honor roll. And then they kicked me out for being late to school every day because I was the child of a single mother who worked at a factory that didn't get out of work until like the time I was supposed to be at school. So like I was like religious and everything. I was like so excited and like doing well in life. And then they were like, actually, even Jesus is just kind of like not on your side, dude. Like we don't need you here.
We don't fucks with you.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Shout out to Scott Grass, you cocksucker. Thank you for making my mother cry when you kicked me out.
I wouldn't piss on McCutcheon High School if it was on fire.
Me neither, but that's just most things. I don't piss on a lot of stuff.
I piss on a lot of stuff.
Well, I piss on it like, and how I feel about it.
No. I literally piss on a lot of things.
Dope.
It's just kind of. It's one of my things. I like to piss on stuff. Not people. Not people. Just stuff.
That's 90s retarded.
Now, what I remember about McCutcheon is that, like, Indiana, it was probably the best example of, like, Indiana being a state that, like, doesn't realize it's the North.
And miserable.
And miserable. Yeah. Actually, that's when I really started to realize that so many people celebrate being fucking stupid. Like, I don't know math. It's like, that math shit's gay. It's just like...
That was me. I was one of those people. I can do everything but math.
Well, it's like people
just
being
not
proud of not knowing science and history. It's like, I see you like to read. It's just like, yeah, I'm repeating the stuff my bully said.
What a nerd!
Yeah, what you're reading? It's just like a book.
Sounds like Marcus Blacker.
Yes.
Let's name names.
I will. Fuck that guy.
Fuck you, Marcus Blacker, whoever you are.
He was 2010 McCutcheon.
Yep.
Know him via his mom's boyfriend
and his hot sister. Don't forget his hot sister.
Whitney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you know Marcus.
If I remember right, Whitney, she's a brunette. She was short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much younger than him.
That girl bad tripped on shrooms at my house so fucking bad.
Not surprised.
I've never seen somebody bad. No. I was... Okay, so me and some friends were doing some tripping at my house, and it was, their first time. And her, if I'm remembering the right girl, I remember telling her, like, listen, rule number 1, set. Rule number 2, setting. It's like, you're in a safe place. Your setting's covered, but your mindset needs to be good. Don't eat these if you're not in a good state of mind. Mm-hmm. Well, she'd been fighting with her boyfriend or something like that. Basically, I was like, your best bet is to take your cell phones and put them up until you're done tripping, because you might get bad news that really sends you off on a spiral. She takes the shrooms, starts tripping, starts begging for her phone. Just to shut her up, I gave it to her. Here's a voicemail from her boyfriend saying that he had been sent to jail. And this girl came unfucking glued at my house to the point where I'm like, you're going to get the cops over here. Like, like.
Yeah, she was nuts. Mm-hmm. I only know her through her, what would have been, I guess, stepsister, Megan Whaley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about her, too.
Yeah. Her dad dated Marcus and Whitney's mom, and they all lived together, and so that's how I know him, because I lived down the street from him in Benjamin Crossing.
Benjamin Crossing.
Oh, Benjamin Crossing. I was there
old BC.
I was there every weekend.
Every
weekend when I was tarnation. Every weekend when I was visiting my mom's.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was my beginning of Lafayette people. That was my first connection to Lafayette in terms of social life. It was Megan Whaley and the Blackers.
Well, that was my only experience with the girl ever. So obviously I was just like, well, never gonna fucking hang out with her ever again in my entire life. Like, and remember, I was tripping too. So, like, her freaking out really
You're just
me
like,
out.
I'm going to make a solid decision right now.
I'm going to murder you.
As soon as these fucking elves stop trying to claw out my legs, because that's how tripping works. I'm one of those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. Never tripped, but I understand.
You never tripped?
Never tripped.
I think everyone should have access to psilocybin mushrooms, myself.
Yeah, I think that
I'm not
everyone should
opposed.
trip at least once in their life.
I'm not opposed.
No, I think people should trip daily.
I mean, I smoked weed for the first time this summer, so...
Really?
Yeah. I've never... Okay, for a while I was against it. And then for a while...
Masturbation! Sex with animals! High blood pressure!
Is that your Facebook page?
No, for a while I was against it, and then...
I've met a few people like you.
And then, just because I just didn't understand, and I hadn't been around it, because I was from Delphi, for fuck's sake.
That's no excuse, but nice try.
None of my friends did.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Fucking be a trendsetter.
And then for a while I was like, okay, it's not that bad, I don't care if my friends do it, but I'm not going to do it. And then for a while, and then I got to the point where I was like, well, I kind of want to do it, but...
You don't want none of this shit, do we?
But I got this job.
It's non-habit forming.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like, it's bullshit that our employment is tied to our personal lives, but
Well, it's fucked up too because you can drink in your personal life. As long as you are not drunk at work, you can drink as much as you want to. Well, I can fucking smoke a joint tomorrow and get drug tested tomorrow. I'm not smoking pot at work.
Yeah.
Doing that in my time. That's not my company's time. That's not anybody else's time but mine. Well,
and this subject comes up a lot. Like,
you can't say
your time is your time.
You can't say, well, you smoked a joint on your way to work. I didn't. I smoked a joint yesterday.
yeah, one day I think it'll be a civil rights violation kind of issue.
I think
to
it should
drug
be
test
that way
people.
now.
It should. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, okay, if you're not going to test me to see if I'm drunk at work, don't fucking test me if I do drugs in my free time. Because here's what I say to, like, people who don't do drugs. I'm always like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you not understand that, like, that's God's break for you? Because here's the thing. It's like, for one, I'm not religious at all, but I'm just like, life is nothing but suffering from the moment you're born till you die. It's like, even if you fall in love and get married and have a beautiful life, one day, your best friend's going to die right in front of you, or you're going to die in front of them. Do drugs. It's like, life sucks.
I like the way that progression led to.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, no matter what you do,
Yeah, I get it.
like,
Yeah.
Well, and
don't deprive yourself of something. That's
I had a
so
fuck
easy
it
to
moment this
enjoy.
summer.
you control your own destiny because, like, I love to get stoned. I would be stoned right now if I could.
Same.
Same.
The only issue for me is my dick doesn't work when I'm stoned.
Opposite problem, but
Most
interesting.
people have the opposite. I've met a few people that are just like me. Like, yeah, dude, it might as well not even be there. You might as well call me Caitlyn because the motherfucker's not there when I'm stoned. Caitlyn Jenner. See what I'm there?
See, this summer I had a fuck it moment while I was on shutdown. And I asked...
Oh, dude. See, okay.
Yeah, so I tried it. You know, before I asked some question, I was like, okay, how fast is this going to be out of my system? The person who supplied said, you work out, so it'll probably be a couple days. I was like, cool, let's do this. And, whoa, there.
Only spilled on me.
It's okay. There's
Still
been a
yes.
lot of stuff spilled on that couch, so.
What happens off camera stays off camera. I guess.
Goddamn
All
right. But yeah, I
Unless
gave it a
Facebook
try.
lets us do it on
Did
camera.
you even get high? Usually the
I
first
did
time
not
you
because I had already been drinking, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on it, but it ended up okay. So I ended up throwing up an hour or so after that, and I didn't drink after that either. And then later on, I was just so like just in a bad place that like I ended up throwing up again, and then I had the worst headache of my life. I was writhing.
The
I've
first
never-
time-
Whoever this friend is that let you drink and then encouraged you to smoke,
Well,
that
to-
is not very
he didn't
nice.
encourage it. That was my decision.
Okay.
I was hanging out with them while they were, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm doing it.
The first time I
Okay.
smoked crack weed. So
Like shitty weed? Or?
no, like weed with crack in it.
I smoked good
Awesome.
shit.
That was my first time.
Let me ask you guys something. Like, I'm starting to reach a point in life where it's like, listen, I've had a career, I've worked hard in it, and I think it's all bullshit. I think it's bullshit that we have to work. I'm serious. Listen, hear me out. It's
I
like,
mean, don't get me wrong, I run a podcast that I want to do full time.
okay, listen. It's like, I think that, like, it's really fucking dumb that we've set up a system where all of us are just little ants that are making someone else rich. It's like, dude, like, doing drugs is way more fun than working, and when you die, there's nothing. It's like, I'm just, hear me out here. It's like, I feel like people aren't spending time doing things that they actually enjoy. They spend a lot of
I
their
agree.
time trying to do things to make someone else happy.
Fully.
Do you think the CEOs and all this are doing all the work you're doing and spending all the time suffering and sweating and toiling?
Absolutely not.
No,
Exactly.
they're snorting lines of coke off fucking strippers' asses while getting blowed by 7 elephants and a
Like-
hippo.
The only way that, like, drug addicts are harmful is in a system where it's like everyone else is expected to be a little battery powering someone else's toys. You know what I mean?
Unless it's at the family level.
On the family level, yes, I get that. I'm somebody without kids, so like my views are a little bit skewed. But like, I'm just
Well,
like,
even if you didn't have kids, like if Kinsey came home from work every day and you were fucking laying on the couch with a
But
needle
keyword.
sticking out of your arm.
keyword coming home from work.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, even if she just came home from doing drugs at somebody else's house, if you're fucking laying on the couch like all blue because you fucking OD'd on heroin, like it's a pretty stressful thing.
Yes, okay. Heroin is pretty extreme. What I'm getting at is more like, why... The only reason that people generally have a problem with drugs is because of its relation to your productivity as a person, what you can produce for everyone else. But not just everyone else. Like, you're not out there making food to feed your family. You're not out there... Like, what you're doing is out there earning money...
For somebody else.
So that they give you a little bit of money so you can buy food for your family. But what I'm getting at is, like... I think, like... Wouldn't it be a nicer setup if we just, like, had kind of like a... Like, picture like a community of like 40 to 50 people. Where everybody's always just getting fucked up all the time, but everybody has to contribute something. It's like you gotta like, it's like, hey, you know how to make blankets, and it's gonna be cold this winter. Like,
what do you do if somebody doesn't contribute though?
Kill them.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like,
you're because
like,
Nick and I have had this.
Stop eating them.
Nick and I have had this conversation before. If you are someone who can contribute to society, and you elect to not contribute to society, then you're not a part of society and you should be dead.
I think that it falls apart when you're talking about the scale of like 300 million people. When you're talking about a massive scale country like what we actually live in now, it's like, what are you actually contributing? No one person will be felt without. But in a tribal society, it's like, when we lived in groups of 40 to 50 people, which is what we were designed to do.
Right.
I think that like people are just spending way too much time being miserable and unhappy now. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think that people, like, if somebody wants to be a drug addict, it's kind of like, maybe your life just sucks without drugs, and it's, like, cool to be a drug addict. I know this is really inflammatory to some people, so I'm not putting my thoughts in a very coherent way, but what I'm getting at is that, like, people need to...
reevaluate their priorities?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's like, if you have a job you hate, man, fucking steal some shit and leave. Like, walk the fuck out. Like, fucking, if you hated your job, dude...
I would steal a Subaru and leave.
Yeah, dude, fucking... No. Take a car and crash into something. Do something fantastically cool. Like, have some fun. Like...
Stare at someone for more than 3 seconds.
Yeah, stare right at that bitch for 4 seconds. Look right at her fat ass for 5 seconds if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have... No, there's nobody worth looking at for that long.
No, you walk out to trim shop and then
you have
find
family
someone.
to provide for, and so, like...
I do.
This is not something that like, I can... It's a concept I haven't thought enough about to be able to put into words properly. Plus, I've had about a 6-pack since I've been here, since, that's how I treat my nerves. But anyway, what I was proposing for discussion is the idea of a society where it's like, you're not just expected to donate a third of your life to making someone else money. Mm-hmm. And, like, what if you just had a society where it's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and as long as you provide a bare minimum of effort to helping others...
30%. You should be fucking interested in this right now.
I'm listening.
Like, working 40 hours a week is fucking bullshit.
Oh, it's dumb. It's dumb as fuck.
Germany just went to a 28-hour work week.
Yes.
28 hours. And that's too much, in my opinion. Like, I think, like, you should have to work, like, an hour a day and get to live your life. You know what I mean? Like...
As long as you accomplish your task?
Yes. If we lived in a culture where it's like, you lived in groups of 40 to 50 people, and it's like, okay, it's going to be cold this winter, so you know how to make blankets? Can you make 50 blankets by winter?
By winter, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
And then it's like, okay, you know how to grow food, so it's like, all right,
grow enough food to last us through the winter.
Yeah, and it's like, if you want to get fucked up on drugs every day, as long as you produce this, like, as long as you can meet what's expected of you based on your talents and what you like to do with your time. I don't know.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Tribal society is the perfect example.
And clearly that's what everyone wants anyway, because look at how bad tribalism is fucking our culture up right now. I mean, everyone is trying to be part of a tribe right now. Everyone desperately wants to belong to a group so much that they're willing to forgive unforgivable things just so they can win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that is described in our political culture. That is described in our, I guess, yeah, still political culture, because we have these...
well, it's in pop culture. It's in everything.
We have these movements such as Black Lives Matter. We have I'm not knocking any specific group.
Oh, you can knock them.
They all have good and bad.
They all have
right
good
now.
and bad, exactly.
Like the Me Too movement
We have the Me Too movement.
starting to take down people that I actually like, but it did result in us like
Fucking Bill Cosby, man. Like,
and Harvey Weinstein.
Get Bill Cosby
Cosby's back.
got labeled today as a dangerous sexual predator.
Serial.
That's seriously. There's seriously something fucked up with people that. I mean, okay, back in the day, sure, but he's like 80.
I think that
there's no danger.
What would you have to say about it if they didn't do it right now? That's the thing.
If they did it back then, I'd be all for it.
You want me to be completely honest?
Go ahead.
I don't give two fucks.
If they no, I'm saying like they kind of have to label him that now because if they didn't, it'd be a bit ridiculous. It's like what? Okay, I mean he's probably one of the most prolific rapists of the modern era. Like, and is honestly like we don't know of anyone who's done worse than him. But you know,
who else would you name? Fucking Jack the Ripper.
Exactly.
That's about it.
Yeah, and that guy disemboweled women. So I mean,
and fucking disappeared.
200 years ago.
And disappeared.
Yeah.
He never got caught.
He's a fucking ghost.
Never got caught. I mean, the Zodiac Killer, he became the governor of Texas or whatever the fuck's Ted Cruz. I'm sorry. That was a botched Ted Cruz joke, and it was.
I still appreciate it. I still appreciated it.
Not only did he become the governor, or no, he's a senator, but he became the fucking guitarist for Stryper.
Yes. Yes.
Did you see that Onion article where it's like Ted Cruz tries wearing the face of a more handsome man? I love the Ted Cruz Zodiac Killer.
I just love the Onion articles.
Oh yeah, for sure.
God, I anything that's about Ted Cruz being the Zodiac Killer, which the best stuff came from the Onion. What was it? It was like Roses Are Red. Michael Jackson wrote Thriller, and then it just was a picture of Ted Cruz. And that's all
Zodiac Killer. It says Ted Cruz, and then there's like a bunch of symbols, like Zodiac symbols.
He'll never not be the Zodiac Killer in my world.
There are memes out there that are just like they're just too good. They're perfect, and then there's just bad shit.
Okay, were you guys like deep memesters, as in like Encyclopedia Dramatica and Anon back in the day when memes meant a totally different thing?
Oh no, but I'm aware of I know what you're talking about. I was not part of that.
I'm like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino when it comes to memes. Get off my lawn, zipperhead.
I would.
I love Gran Torino,
but you know, like that Wedges, that Cameron kid that I was talking about earlier in the show. Him and I had this argument one day. He's like, "Check out this meme, bro," and I looked at it, and it was like 3 words and a dumb image, and it didn't even make any sense. And I was like,
"Okay."
What the fuck?
Here's what upsets me.
I remember Raisin Face.
Now, just using Comic Sans font over an image, it's like, I made a meme. But here's the thing. It doesn't become a meme until it's popular. You can't make a meme.
Y'all got
a meme
lamps?
has to be made.
Well, I remember when memes were more than just pictures. They were videos. They were fucking... They were just things that... It was a topic. It was a widespread thing.
Yeah, the very idea of a meme was abstract. Now it's literally like Comic Sans impact bold font on any picture.
Put a white... you gotta throw a white border on it. Every now and then.
And it's just like... That's not... Like, when I was a kid, a meme means something that, like, it was a joke that became popular.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just make a meme. You can't make a meme. You can't do it.
Mama, I'm making the memes.
Look at my funny meme.
I really enjoyed... So, around the Harambe era...
God rest his soul.
I saw that tattoo, and I actually had a little boner for it for a little bit.
Have you seen my other?
Oh, please tell me you had his face.
Oh, no, I wish.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Pulling out that boy.
Woo! Oh, shit.
I've been to Harambe's shrine.
For the internet, I got that boy. No, around the Harambe era,
I'm gonna go tinkle.
It started the...
Me too.
Oh.
Come on with it.
You know the meme calendar, right?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, so right around the Harambe era, they started this... Every month, it just seemed like there was a new popular meme where, like, that was just the style of meme. And, like, for, like, the whole month of February last year, we got the Eddie Murphy meme. And then for the next month, we had a different meme. And the next month, we had a different meme. And if somebody started recognizing this trend where we would get these memes, and there was, like, maybe hundreds and maybe thousands of the same meme, but they are all different... words.
Variations?
Variations, yes.
Okay, yeah.
And
that can be a meme.
And
in
then
my opinion.
and then someone like the next month would happen, so like someone would document this on a calendar, and it got so bad that it even got to a point where there were two different calendars. There's the normie calendar and there's the meme calendar.
Normie calendar.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
You got it.
Yes,
You
I
got
was working
it.
her out. Sorry.
I get
I had
it.
to get her out of there.
I'm gonna try and pull one of these up, but
See, like, I am what you call, pardon my PC, an old fag. Meaning I was on Anon/B, or I don't even know if I just said it right. Basically, I was on, like, memes used to be such a nerdy, pathetic thing. Like, such a lame thing. I would never be caught dead sharing it with my classmates at school. It was so embarrassing. And it was because I would go to Encyclopedia Dramatica. I participated in the original Habbo Hotel raids, which I'm sure you guys haven't. I mean,
I've heard
you
of
guys, I consider actual memesters, and even you haven't heard of it. The Habbo Hotel raids, the fucking, like, you guys don't understand when I say pool closed due to AIDS. You don't know what that means.
Nope.
That's the era that, like, I came from, where it was like I was 12 or 13 years old participating in wide-scale internet pranks with this
Yeah.
group of severe racists and pedophiles. Like,
so in 2016, this is the meme calendar. This is what started it all. This was January. If a dog wore pants, how would it wear them?
yeah.
February, Kazoo Kid.
I recognize
that was a
all
good
these
one. That was
except
a good
September.
one. Yeah, I don't recognize September. March, Zodiac Killer Ted Cruz. April,
Mr. Krabs.
Mr.
That's
Krabs.
my favorite meme of
May,
all time.
Dat Boy. Here comes Dat Boy. June, SpongeGar. July,
I like Doodle Bob better.
Harambe. Doodle
Beep,
Bob's
bop,
way better.
bobble.
Me hoy manoi!
Oh man, I miss the Joe Biden memes.
Me too.
But
I miss Joe Biden in general.
Oh,
I
don't
come
say
from
that.
yeah.
Dude, I miss
He's a
Mitt
shit
Romney.
fucking politician.
No. Get this,
Mitt
guys.
Romney's a terrible politician, but he's a fantastic Mormon.
Let me just go ahead and say this. You want to know how bad it's gotten for me politically? I watched an interview with Hillary Clinton and was like, I miss her.
What?
Yeah,
How?
exactly. She's the Antichrist. She's a horrible person. She's killed people. She's a liar.
And her husband flies to third world nations
She's a
every year.
pedophile. Her husband's not her. She
How long have
probably
you
is.
not had a microphone?
Like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Her husband flies to third world
Yeah,
countries
let me
every year
say
and
this again.
fucks 13-year-old girls.
Back during the 2016 election, I was constantly posting shit like, Hillary's a fucking murderer. Fuck that cunt. She's evil. You know, like,
Hillary.
Hillary, fucking lock her up. I was there, man.
Yeah.
But Trump has made me ache for just a normal politician to be.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, guys. Remember the lesser of two evils argument?
Mm-hmm.
Is this what we thought would happen? This country fucking hates itself now. Everyone's always fighting.
To be fair, we've always hated ourselves.
Yeah, and I don't think it's any different than it was pre-Trump. It's just, but the
can't agree
media
with
is
that.
just blowing it up more.
Oh, the media's
Sure,
gotten worse.
Sure, sure. But the thing is like,
And
I
the amount
don't
of people,
remember a time where I couldn't talk to my family because they would not go 5 minutes without talking some pro-Trump shit and upsetting me. It's like, there was never a time when I was pro-Obama and somebody would say anti-Obama shit and I'd be like, fuck you, you idiot. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah.
like my grandpa, you know? It's like, like
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, I see like my close family members that I respect and I love, and they're sharing like shit, pictures of Trump helping people out during the floodwaters or the hurricane, and I just want to come and be like, listen, that's a fucking Photoshop, dumbass. Like, it's just like,
Here's some fucking bounty.
yeah,
Bounty.
bounty, bitch. Yeah.
Well,
So
like-
yeah, it's like what I want to ask Trump supporters now is like, is this what you wanted? Is
Right.
this what you
But
thought?
they'll
would
be
happen?
like, yeah.
yeah.
There's a
He's
majority
draining the
of them.
swamp.
There's a majority of them that are be like, yeah.
sometimes
be
they
like
are
that,
be
though.
like that.
Sometimes
Sometimes they'll be like that though.
I'm gonna go to Arby's after this too. So
nice.
Dude, me too. Dude, fucking, you want to get some Arbyes?
yeah, I'll get some
I'm
Arby's.
enjoying you for some Arbyes.
Yee.
Nice.
But
Yeet.
the issue, I'm not pro-Trump. I was anti-Hillary.
Me too.
Definitely fucking anti-Bernie. Fuck that guy.
But Gary Johnson?
I voted for Gary.
You voted? You actually voted for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I voted,
awesome.
I wrote in Rand Paul.
You got to remember, a good friend of mine actually campaigned with Rand Paul. Worked
I
for-
have to remember that?
Worked for him for a lot of years. No, what I was gonna say
I
was,
gonna say, I didn't know this.
I basically have 2 votes every election. I have my vote and whoever I tell my wife.
This
to
is
vote for.
this is. I really want to be here for this, but I got pissed so bad.
No, you're good. I'll just wait.
Can you waffle for a second?
Yeah, I'll waffle. I'll fucking blue waffle.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Please do.
Don't jack off. But I voted for, I basically have 2 votes every election. Because Skylar doesn't really give a shit. And if she said, hey, I don't want to vote for them, I would say, okay, vote for whoever you want, and then we'd go about our day.
Yeah.
But the problem is not Trump. The problem is the government.
Government in general. You're right.
It's the government in general.
You preach this several times whenever it comes up, basically. And, I can't agree more.
It's just a
the
bad
government
system.
in general. Yeah.
We need to get to the system that Jack was just talking about.
Tribal.
You need to have population centers where all of your capitalism's going on. And then anything outside of those population centers, if you don't want to be a part of that, you don't have to be.
Individual capitalism within those centers.
So a perfect example for us would be like Indianapolis. So Indianapolis is the center of everything in the state of Indiana. It should be anyway. It's the state capital.
Yeah.
Okay? So you have everything going on in Indy, and then you live outside of Indy. You only interact with that population center when you absolutely have to. If you say, hey, Blaine, how'd you do on the corn harvest this year? Well, we actually had 150 extra bushels of corn. Okay, with today's technology, we could either store that and basically bank it for hard times later on down the road, or we could take that corn and we could take it to that population center and we could make a little bit of money, and then we could help Jack do something that he's been struggling in. So what I said while you were gone was, ultimately, the problem is not Trump. It's not any of the politicians. It's just the government as a whole. We have a very, very poor system, and we ultimately need to get to the system that you were describing. And the way that I justify that, and the way that it makes sense to me, is you have your population centers. So for us, it's Indianapolis. Okay, it only makes sense. It's the center of our state capital. Blah 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 blah. So you have Indy, where all the capitalism is going on. All the fucking government, all that shit. If you don't want to be a part of that, you don't have to. You live outside of Indianapolis.
But all those communities that don't participate in the city life struggle.
Well, just listen.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So, I look at Blaine and I say, hey, how'd the harvest go? Well, I had 150 extra bushels of corn. We did really, really well. We could either bank that for ourselves and isolate even further, or we could take that 150 bushels of extra corn, take it to the population center, sell it, trade it with another community if we want, and then we purchase something that the community needs. Say you need something that we can't feasibly create for ourselves. Umbrellas. We need some fucking good umbrellas.
Definitely. The one with polka dots.
Jack cannot make us some umbrellas. He's our tinker guy, and he can't fucking do it. He can't figure it out. All right, let's go buy some. Here's the corn. Here's a little bit of money, which is an imaginary thing. Here's this imaginary thing. Here's the things I need to make the thing that he needs. Capitalism continues. You're not smothered under it constantly. That's perfect world.
Yeah.
That's perfect world. That's never going to happen.
The problem with capitalism right now is that in a capitalist system, inevitably you're going to have the winners rising so far above the rest.
It's no different than communism. It's absolutely no different than communism.
How so? Just curious. Like, what do you mean?
The winners are going to be at the top.
Right. Yeah.
In any ism other than anarchism,
I think that
you're going to have the winners at the top.
The best economic systems are flexible and cyclical. I think that a period of capitalism results in a ton of extra money to go around, and then you go through a period of socialism to redistribute it. And then the capitalism system comes back after it gets to a point where it's like, it's like people aren't really doing too hot when we just give them everything for free.
The problem is, though, communism, number one, or just socialism in general, is never going to work. Large scale.
But it is working for a lot of countries so far. In fact, America is a socialist system, really. I mean, you're in a union. You can't be anti-socialism
No.
and pro-union.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Communism specifically.
Communism, no.
You cannot put one person in power to be in charge of distributing the wealth.
Right.
Because that one person is going to control all of the wealth.
Right. But
that's what I was getting at.
You can have a system which... I used to not really draw a distinction between socialism and communism. But now, after my history of labor class, I actually see, what they're talking about.
Right.
Communism is, this thing where it's to each according to their ability, from each according to their,
Right.
To each according to their need, from each according to their ability. That doesn't work, because human beings will fuck that up. Human beings will fuck up any system.
Yes.
But a system where it's like a socialist system where it's okay, you make your money and you're expected to give this much because we also need to have these programs funded. It's we already pay so much in taxes that goes to bullshit.
Step one, flat tax. Everybody pays the same tax. Step one.
And
okay, let me rephrase that. Step number one, fuck the IRS. Completely dissolve that fucking organization. We do not need the IRS.
Yeah,
the IRS is
on your income.
The IRS is the most powerful organization in the world.
Agreed.
If they want something, they will give it. If they want you, they will find you.
Yeah, I didn't file taxes this year. I just wait until they send me a bill.
They'll find you. They'll get their money.
Yep.
But step one, you do away with the IRS. You say, okay, effective January 1, 2020, we're going to a flat tax system. Everyone pays the same tax. Done and over with.
Yeah.
The system I propose is doing away with the income tax and only taxing you based on what you spend, letting you keep all your money until you decide to spend it.
What about, are you including property tax in that? Because that is the greatest tax that we as Americans pay, besides income tax.
I think it's total bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's total bullshit.
You should pay I think that we need to be paying more for our goods and utilities, but don't take it from us before we spend it.
Okay.
Is my opinion, because it discourages you from working.
Because a good example is Texas. Texas pays no state income tax.
Right.
So they save a little bit of money there. Cost of living is higher. They make that money up by paying higher property taxes. But it's also a higher standard of living, so your property taxes are going to be higher anyway, so it's a wash. You save a little bit of money on your income taxes, that's a fucking joke, and I hate to quote the fucking mainstream libertarian media, but taxation is theft. You're taking money from me that I did not agree to give to you.
Yeah, I did not ask to be born in this system.
Right.
As childish as it may sound, it's I did not ask for this. So, what contract did I sign with you?
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, no, I totally agree, but
I think
part
that
of
taking
the whole
money away from you as soon as you earn it is just the most
it's dumb.
despicable
It's fucking dumb
method of getting people to work. And in fact, imagine how many more people would work if that $9 an hour they got to take home.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I do think socialism is a dirty word.
Well, we need the problem is we can never find the happy medium. So if you have a triangle of just communism, I'm not going to include fascism in there because they're all fucking isms. They're all bad.
When humans are involved.
I'm gonna quote my main man, Mr. Blackadder. All fucking isms are bad. Okay, except anarchism. I'm gonna exclude that one because I support that one.
Yeah, I see.
But if you got the triangle, you've got communism, you've got I'm going to say lax socialism, and then you've got capitalism. We can never be right in the middle of that triangle where we have strong people in power, a good distribution of wealth and services, and then the freedom to make your own decisions and make money as you see fit. We can never have the happy medium in between all those three. We can't do it, and we never will be able to do it. We won't. Yeah. Unless drastic things happen.
Unless you can remove the humanity from the equation, it's just never going to work.
Well, I've said for a long time, I've had really strong arguments with people that the best thing that could happen to planet Earth is the complete, total fucking extinction of humanity.
I agree. 100%.
For the Earth, that is the best thing that could happen for the Earth.
And for humanity, the best thing that happened is 90% of us getting wiped out
Yes.
because we're gonna all be we'll all band together. Remember what happened after 9/11? Remember how this country was just like fucking everybody was your best friend after 9/11?
yeah.
And you got
unless you were Muslim.
Yeah, nobody was your friend
Right.
after 9/11.
But no, I mean, we have proven as a species that during strong, traumatic events, we have the ability to band together and work together. Every major event in fucking history has proven that we have the ability to do that. World War I, a fucking emperor was killed. Well, that's wrong. Whoa, they're fucking invading people. Let's stop this. World War II, he's fucking burning people in ovens.
We didn't know that until we got here.
We didn't know that until we got there.
And in World War I, it wasn't an emperor. It was the heir to the throne, who was actually a pro-Serbian guy who got murdered by Serbians. So it was really fucking stupid.
Archduke Ferdinand.
Yeah.
It's easier to say
what a
emperor because
tragedy.
Germany was an
World War I.
empire.
Hashtag.
But then
history.
again, World War I is what catapulted the United States to the king of the world.
Right.
Because everybody was in debt to us after that. So.
Yep. But anyway, so we've proven, number one, that we have the ability to band together. Number two, that wars generate economy.
Mm-hmm.
So, my opinion, and it's pretty controversial, but go to war as much as you can. It fucking stimulates economies. So, I mean, it's a really radical thing to say.
It's so Republican of you.
It's not Republican. It's
long
just
term, it bites us in the ass, though.
long term. If you get, we've only been to we've had the Revolutionary War, we've had the Civil War, we've had the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, and that's it. And the Korean War.
Yeah,
that's it.
You can't.
Vietnam was a conflict. The war in the Middle East is a conflict. It's just a joke. It's a joke. We're in the Middle East to control the opium trade. That's why we're there, folks. I'm sorry. I've said it on here before.
Do you hear that, Brian Jeffrey Parrish?
That's why we're there.
Because when he saw me say that when he saw me say America controls 90% of the opium trade now, he fucking lit me up for it. He was just like, that's such a fucking stupid statement to say. We were just patrolling by those opium fields. We weren't actually guarding them. We were just patrolling through there.
Oh, fuck no.
Afghanistan is the number one producing, or the
90%.
Okay.
So yeah, number one.
They're the number one.
Number one implies that there's anyone even close.
They're the number one opiate producing place in the world. They eclipse all Afghanistan. Small chunk of the fucking desert eclipses all of the land mass of Asia put together.
And then
the
10
biggest
years
continent
later,
on our fucking planet eclipses all of it in that little fucking nation.
And then 20 years later, America is being destroyed by an opioid epidemic. Who benefited from having cheap access to opium? How do you think they make OxyContin and morphine and all but
hydrocodone and everything else?
If you want to talk about some people that have earned their spot in hell, pharmaceutical companies.
Oh, for sure.
You know they're all packing up and moving to other countries now to promote opioid use there abroad.
Yep.
I
read that here recently.
Yeah, what's that family called? There's some family that runs Purdue Pharmaceutical and all that. They're moving to foreign countries and they're using the same exact tactics. They're pushing their opiates hardcore. Just doing the same thing all over. Just for what? Money?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
an imaginary thing. For an imaginary thing. Money is an imaginary thing.
Yeah, I want to ask.
Unless you have a gold standard, it literally holds no value.
I want to ask these people that are so rich and so at the top. It's like, how much do you need, and is it worth it?
Well, they're past the point of need. They're in the point of power now. The more money they have, the more power they have. The more people they can influence.
Right, and it's just like, what does it really do for you?
It's not
feel so good.
It's not that it does anything for them. It's that it does things for the people that they want to succeed. So it makes them feel good about the terrible decisions that they make. If you want to become the fucking governor of Rhode Island, and you need a little bit of fucking cash flow, I got a pretty solid fucking pharmaceutical company in my pocket. Let's make a little dough. Oh, wow, I found this bunch of money, and now I become the governor of Rhode Island. Bam. I just pulled that out of my ass, but I mean, I feel good because you're now being successful and making money. I'm profiting even more off of you profiting. It's just it's a fucking cycle of
It is. It
shit.
really is.
The same family that I can't think of the name of, which I could be not lazy and actually look up on my phone. They also started a company that makes the generic form of oxycodone and the drug they use to get you off of it. It's just like, how can you be so cartoonishly evil and just like, I just wonder, like, how is it worth it? How is all this evil you do, like, no matter what you get out of it, it's like, how do you just like, what's the point? You're killing millions of people.
Well, the statistic is 1% of the entire world's 1% of the wealthiest people in the world eclipse all of the world combined. So 1% of the top 1% eclipse the entire world in total wealth.
The Rockefellers and Rothschilds.
1%, the top 1% of our nation's wealth eclipses our nation's wealth like 1,000-fold.
Yeah.
So
That's
think about
crazy.
that.
That's crazy.
The top 1% of our entire nation's wealth is more than all of us put together times 1,000. The top 1% of that top 1% eclipses the entire world's wealth like tenfold. So 4 people in the world have more money than the entire world put together.
And there is this economist that speaks, because I guess all these rich people meet up for a big conference every year, and one guy came there and he's like, listen, like, you guys are doing great. You know, the 1% is getting more 1% to you every year. But he's like, he just said, I just want you to remember the Hamptons are not a defensible position, and one day the cows are going to come home. And I look forward to that day.
Yep.
I look forward to pulling the rope myself and hanging the bankers.
That'll be awesome.
I've said for a long time that the best thing that could happen to our nation is the complete and total destabilization of the United States government. When that happens, it's going to be a terrible event.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see, it's going to be the purge. I mean, it is going to be bad for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because most people aren't self-sufficient anymore. They cannot survive without the government. So it is going to be bad for a lot of people. But when we come out on the other side, things are going to be so much better.
Hopefully.
That's the way that I look at it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think things need to get a lot worse before they get a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
And
Definitely.
also, I think like a 90% population reduction would be nothing but awesome.
We need another good Spanish flu.
Now, would I agree to that if I knew that my friends and family are part of the 90%? Yes. as horrible as it sounds, like if
Are
I
you
knew
about to
that
snap?
I would die in that. Yeah. If I knew that I would die in the
Thanks,
snap.
Trailer Park Thanos.
Yeah.
Trailer Park Nanos.
You know, all right, so we're starting to run a little long here.
Fuck off. We're
No.
going to go as long as we need to go.
Nope. I would like to eat.
Well, go eat.
I
Go
know.
get you a fucking plate.
I need an Arby's.
Yeah, I need Arby's. Are we all going to go to Arby's?
Are we all going to Arby's?
Are we going to hang out there?
We can go to Arby's.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fight when I get home, so let's draw this out as long as possible.
Yeah,
do that.
I know we're having good conversation, but you know, it's starting to run a little long.
It's over 3 hours. Yeah.
2.5.
We're at 2.5.
2.5. We're close, but
All right, before we go, let me hit a couple.
Don't ever correct me again on this podcast.
All right, before we go, let me hit a couple. Let me knock a couple topics off the list. We've already agreed that we support marijuana. I wanted to ask you about that.
Kavanaugh is grossly unqualified. He
Okay.
is simply being elected to overturn Roe versus Wade, which if something that happened 30 years ago doesn't matter, Roe versus Wade is in that category, you fucking idiots.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I'm to the point now with all the perjury stuff that's going on with Kavanaugh and
He's lied.
He's-
I know he lied.
Yes. So I already don't believe that politicians are credible. I don't trust them. I don't want to trust them. I don't ever want to meet a politician that I trust because we don't need them. But once you commit perjury, you're basically fucked. So why do we even need the Me Too movement shit? I don't care that he's a sexual predator. He fucking lied under oath. So let's
we
go
know
ahead.
that.
Let's go ahead and move on from this. Let's stop talking about Kavanaugh and move on. So that knocks Kavanaugh off the list. I'm glad we agree on that. 2 quick articles that I have that I wanted to read or talk about on the show. Teacher fired after refusing to abide by no zero policy when students didn't hand in work. So long story short, this was a teacher in Florida, big assignment. Students didn't hand in their work. So she went to the administration and said, how do I handle this with this no zero policy? And they said, just give them 50%. And
Fuck
she
that.
She objected to that hard, and they fired her because she wasn't willing to give someone free credit for not working.
We are already proving that we're not educating people. Why do you think we have such a huge amount of religious people dominating our government now?
Yes.
Education is the enemy of religion.
Yes.
And they know it. That's why we haven't funded education in fucking decades. And this is just the byproduct of it that we're seeing now. Like, the religious people are dominating our government. They're about to overturn Roe versus Wade based on some religious bullshit.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. Dude, I have family members who listen to me. If you believe what I'm about to say, you're a fucking moron. But if you believe that God chose Trump to save Christianity in America, you're a fucking fool. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? Do you think God would have anything to do? Trump is going straight to hell if that were a thing. He's going straight there.
Yes.
He's a horrible human being, and the fact you would back him just to keep white Christians in power in this country says a lot more about you than it does about Trump. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
End of rant. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that.
No, that's totally cool because I totally supported Trump in the lesser of two evils thing. I'm not going to say he's a good fucking human being because he's the perfect example of what it means to be a bad human being.
Yeah, and all these Christians are backing him, saying, "Oh God, thank you God for sending us Trump." They're actually like televangelists are like talking about how he's the new Christ.
Yes.
You know, it's just unreal to me.
As they hold their snakes up in the air.
And specifically regarding the story of the teacher fired for giving zeros, I don't remember a single fucking teacher that gave me a break. I remember the ones who wouldn't give me one, and those are the ones that helped me in life more than anybody.
Absolutely.
Dr. Hickman, rest in peace.
Yeah. Well said. Next topic, alien life on Saturn's moon. Dust storms on Titan spotted for the first time. Long story short of this, scientists are saying that because of Titan's ability to form these dust storms, that there is a very likely, and based on the atmospheric composition, there is a high likelihood that there are bacteria living on Titan.
Okay.
This would be the worst time ever for aliens to show up, because if I was an alien and I peeked into what's going on Earth right now, I would be like, all right, keep going. They don't get it yet.
So when we were on All Around Music, I brought up the space junk map. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Okay.
With all the NASA tracking the debris going through. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So eventually it's going to get real fucking bad.
Oh, yeah. Tyson said, on Rogan, like 6-8 months ago that and
that's where I'm getting all my info from. Thank you.
I really liked this theory that he has. If you were a highly advanced species and you're cruising along in your space Corvette and you roll up to the fucking debris field around Earth and you're like, the last time we checked in on this place, there was like monkeys like knocking sticks together and shit. Like, there was probably some cool shit gonna happen here. I don't really want to risk getting down there because there's a high likelihood that we fucking die trying to navigate through all this space junk. So let's keep on moving.
Space Corvette.
I mean, they're gonna be rolling in style. They're not fucking cruising in a space minivan.
Again, that's where a joke pops in my head that I just pass on up. It was just like, never mind.
Alrighty.
Can't say it.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, we don't get a lot of good space news lately. It's like
I think
this farmer was probed by aliens. That's like the extent of what we get anymore.
I think that there's a lot of credible. I think that it is equally credible that aliens infused primates with their DNA to give rise to humanity. I think it's just as credible to say that as it is that humanity arose because we started eating shrooms, which is another one of my.
Oh, you're talking about the
theories.
stoned ape theory.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! We've watched a lot of Rogan. A lot of Rogan. Yes, I'm right there with you. I don't know which theory I'd like more, but I'm right there with you.
I think ultimately, you know, a fucking 1,000 years from now, if the planet hasn't fucking internally combusted, that we will figure out that it is a combination of all of these theories that we have had the last couple decades.
Have you heard of the? I think it's called the Fabian paradox.
Mm-hmm.
I might be okay with the idea, which for the layman in the crowd, it's a theory that any civilization is going to hit a point where it can destroy itself, and then every day that it lasts after that is a decreasing probability it will last another. Because it's like, what are the odds that a civilization can come up with a super weapon and not use it on themselves?
Right.
So that's why we might not see aliens, because usually civilizations destroy themselves. It takes a truly special civilization to survive being able to invent something like intergalactic nuclear war.
Right.
Now with humans, I think about this every day. It's like when we store our, nuclear missile information on floppy disks, and that's how it launches. It's like, how long until somebody can hack the power grid or something in a way that like literally can cripple humanity? I think about this every day, and it's just like,
because the fastest way to fucking destabilize the world is remove electricity from the equation, and then everybody's fucked.
Yeah, and that's super easy. Russia's already been caught hacking our power grid. They already know how to bring us down.
Yep.
It's just like, when do they feel like doing it, really, is what we're at. So it's like, what about the next thing? It's like, what about when CRISPR's already available to everybody? What what if they can use CRISPR to create a bioweapon? Anybody can use CRISPR in their garage, alter DNA of something. You can just order it right from some guy in California. So what if we use that to create the next smallpox that nothing can defend against?
Right.
Bill Gates himself has said in the next 6 months, which we're 2 months away from the deadline, there's going to be a pandemic that kills 30 million people. Now, Bill Gates has a vested interest in people thinking there's going to be a disease because he keeps people donating to his organizations.
Right.
But the thing is, we still got one of the sharpest dudes on the planet saying, hey, we're in serious trouble. We're not going to be able to stop the next pandemic.
Right.
I think humanity's going to face its own version of the Fabian paradox pretty soon, which, by the way, I really hope it's called the...
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Fermi paradox? Fabian?
I think it's the Fabian paradox.
I hope it is.
But we could
Otherwise, I'm
both
an
be
idiot.
wrong.
Because otherwise I'm just like quoting Henry Winkler's character.
That's all right.
Hey, you're all going to die from nuclear war. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. Hey, you're all dead. All right, boys, is it time for some Arby's or what?
I think it's time for some Arby's.
Yee.
Did you cover all the topics you wanted to get over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
The last one that I was going to talk about is I wanted to do some union talk, but we handled that.
Yeah, unions, if you're against them, you're uneducated about unions. And not in an insulting way. Just keep learning. Do some research.
Join one. And then
Join one.
And then you'll learn.
Yeah. Unions got a bad rap. Some of it was earned.
Thank
Not
you,
all of it.
auto industry.
UAW, you're corrupt as fuck.
You
and
bunch of fucks.
I have some stuff to tell you about that off air.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jack. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time.
I have too.
Since we've been interacting on social media.
This is part 1 of a 3-part series.
I am 100% down. I am 100% down. It was an honor to be here. I've been wanting to be here for a while.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and if I actually do get off my ass and start my own podcast sometime, you guys are just considered permanent fixtures. You're always welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Very looking forward to
I'm
that.
thinking I'm calling it Just the Facts with Jack. But the thing is like,
I
J.
fucking
Jonah
like
Jameson
that.
stole that. Yeah, the new Spider-Man game has Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, Just the Facts with Jack.
And
is
go
my
figure,
thing.
it's J. Jonah Jameson. I get it.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, all I want to do is just cover topics, and I'm not trying
such
to
an
plug
asshole.
my own non-existent show right now, but what I want to do is pick a topic that a lot of people seem to be very divided on, and take an outsider's open-minded view, do the research, present it, and say where I stand on it. And I'm looking forward to that. And I think that having people that have a voice on a lot of issues will be really helpful to that.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, once again, thank you so much. It's been such a great time. We started out with such an awkward, weird left-handed handshake. And
everything was uphill from there.
Of course,
the Jack Rose way. I start off as bad as it can get. That way, anything else I do looks cool.
Awesome. Tyler, do you want to handle the plugs?
Are we plugging?
We're plugging.
I don't really want to plug.
All right, so
thank you, Arby's.
So, guys, for those listening and watching, we are officially on our own podcasting feed. You can check us out and subscribe to us on podbean.com. Just search Podcastrophe. I'm sure we'll come up. I think it's podcastrofepod.podbean.com, something along those lines. We have a YouTube channel, which we will upload this episode to on Fridays. And other than that, you can check us out audio-wise on Thursday and live on Tuesday. Here coming up, we're going to have a lot more content. We're going to have extra shows every week.
Extra stuff.
Extra shows, extra content. The main show is definitely always Tuesday. That's the numbered episode that you will get. Everything else is just, extra until it becomes something more. Who knows? So other than that, we are still part of the Journey into Comics network, despite not being on the feed anymore. We're still part of their network, and we hope to keep growing that network. So if you will, please subscribe to JourneyIntoComics.com, and you get all kinds of shows like Brews with Dudes, Journey into Comics, Journey into Wrestling, The Voice of Survival, Adulting Ain't Easy, Kids for Sale, Gallif Radio, Poor Rapport, which is now Poor Entertainment and Poor News, and the Best of the Week show every Sunday, which gathers the best portions of every episode throughout the week and puts it into one episode so you can get a taste of everything. If you don't know what's going on, that's the best place to start, I think. I said it all.
You did it.
I did it. But yeah, you can get us, Podcastrophe right now. We're strictly Facebook and Podbean, YouTube. Hopefully we're going to move on to iTunes, Spotify, and all that shit. But Journey into Comics, you get it everywhere. So if that is all. Tyler, thank you for being you.
Hey, people don't normally say that.
Thank you, Tyler, for being you.
Thanks.
Jack,
That's
again,
two people in the same day.
Thank you for joining us. I've said it a million times. It was great having you.
It was an honor.
Hell yeah.
Being invited.
And for everybody listening, please make every day a big dick day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girlie's to the right of me, just like our plan. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day.